Mr. Deft. Everything alright here? Hello.
Hello there.
Good evening to you.
Good evening to everyone. Nice to see you.
There we go. Deft on cam. Very, very, very nice. Alright, so BFNL happening today. Of course, some matches were already played this week, and we will be watching Div 1 and 2 here today. Yeah, looking forward to it. A new NASCAR thing happening, and it's always good.
Yeah, so this I think is a really interesting change on the format.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be watching a cup mode, teams mode again.
Yes.
But unlike a normal team competition, very, very little is decided by which team actually wins.
All right.
Instead, it's the solo performances of the players that you really need to look out for, because that is actually what determines the order of the points for every week for the most part.
All right. That sounds very interesting. So actually a team, but actually an individual performance as well.
Yeah, essentially, you can't get carried, or otherwise you're just gonna lose a lot of points. So the divisions are supposed to shift every week, and the rankings are supposed to be made again every week.
Mm-hmm.
People shift between divisions 1 and 5 depending on their previous week's performance, and we're just looking to see as many points as possible from them. So the solo ranking is just a sum of the points earned on all 4 maps that will be played.
All right.
Now, the interesting thing for this week is that these maps are unchained. So players didn't get a chance to see them beforehand, and players which played earlier in the week were not allowed to stream, so people couldn't get spoilers. Now, I'm sure that some people might have an idea of what they're playing, but in theory, it should be completely untrained.
Okay, very interesting then. Untrained maps is always very fun, I think. Just to see how fast players can actually learn a map within a competition is always really, really interesting. So, yeah,
so this
we'll
is
be looking at that today.
This is definitely going to be a test of talent.
Yeah.
In a way. After all, I don't know. In SNC and PTC, oftentimes people tend to spend more hours grinding. They kind of equalize the skill difference. But today we really should just see what these players are capable of, completely untrained and fresh.
Yeah.
Obviously, it helps to be warmed up, but this should genuinely just be player speed being the most important thing.
Yeah. All right.
That should be pretty interesting, and we should be starting after this round, so we'll be skipping and going on to the first of the 4 maps that we're going to be playing.
All right.
Now, apparently, and I'm not sure about this, but in the BFNL, I think that every week they try to mix styles. So basically have one flat map, one kind of more mixed map, something a bit more platform-like.
Okay.
This really should be a very, very diverse set of challenges, and some of the best players in NASCAR are going to be out there tonight, driving them for your viewing pleasure.
Exactly. Very, very good. So we'll be looking at the teams just when we start on the next map, and as you said, untrained. So yeah, let's see who is actually ready. There we go. First look of the map here. Lazy Town. And
so I think they might have switched the order around.
All right.
This wasn't the order in which we played them, but yes, I guess it doesn't matter if they're untrained. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
So this would be, I guess, the platform map for this particular week. It plays very much like a speed map, and less like a proper NASCAR map, maybe.
Yeah.
Differences should really not be that big, at least between, players of the same level. But consistency might be kind of finicky because you can definitely bug out on these transitions. And
yes.
The map is structured in a way where you really have to nail certain turns, and they preserve your speed throughout like the next 3 to 4 corners. So.
All right.
I'm going to point more of these out in lap 2 as we just watch them cruise around and try to get accustomed to the map. So they apparently, haven't seen this at all before. This is where we have a very interesting corner. I just wonder if they're all going to make it first try.
Giga-san went out.
Yeah, so the interesting part of that turn is that you have to take it. If you haven't tried before, if you aren't playing warm-up or if you're not being serious, you're not going to realize that you have to change your line pretty drastically.
Yeah. All right. That was
All
an
you have
interesting
to
chicane
get
as well, I think.
exactly. So all you have to get accustomed to this map are 2 warm-ups, and after that, you're on your own.
Very
I mean,
interesting.
you do have your team, but again, it's your solo points that will determine your standing in the BFNL more than the team victory, far more.
Yeah.
So each player is essentially fighting for himself. So that turn before the looping, the final flat turn, it really determines your speed for the next basically entire segment of the map.
Yeah.
That's going to be the first point where people are going to lose a lot of time if they take it badly. The second point would be this corner. If they don't realize what the line is, if they happen to have a suboptimal entry into this second loop transition, that's going to hurt their times pretty badly too.
All right. Yeah, so interesting to see who can nail it down after only 2 warm-ups, like you said. So those are some things to look out for. Very good. Since I missed the start, who is the co-host? Ranik. Welcome to the stream, guys. And this is your one and only man, Deft, on the cam here. And BFNL tonight. And you are just in time to follow the action. One more warm-up here before we start with... well, it shows on our screen as a 4v4, but like Jeff pointed out already, it is basically every rider for himself. People will score points, it will be counted up as the BFNL goes on. So yeah, welcome here and almost ready to roll.
Well, obviously, the higher the division, the more points you can gain. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, why would I want to promote divisions and face harder competition and possibly score less points? Obviously, the higher the division you're in, the more you can score. So people just getting good results in lower divisions, it doesn't mean nearly as much as a decent placement in maybe Div 1 or Div 2. So you are constantly trying to progress, and particularly in these higher divisions, it's really going to be interesting to see which players can find the consistency and the speed to really make it happen across that one play day.
Yeah.
And try to secure promotion. Now, obviously, we have no idea who will be promoting or demoting after the event itself, because then they have to go calculate it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think we should see some movement every week, and then we can maybe we can comment on it a bit later. Next week, see who has changed divisions, who is repeating their placement, and maybe track how they're performing week in and week out. So
that would be nice. Some data to go through. That's good.
It definitely would.
So
yeah,
good.
Like we said, the teams here are more... I suppose that although the team placement, I think how it works is that you secure +2 points if you're on the winning team.
Okay.
And I think there is a certain top amount of points you can score per division, and for every position they take 2 down. So if your team wins, it's like you got 1 extra position in the finishing order in solo ranking.
Okay.
So if your team wins and you were maybe 7th, you'll have as many points as a 6th place finisher. I think that's how it works based on what I saw in earlier this week, but we're gonna have to see that for ourselves.
Yeah, it sounds good. End of warm-up here, the match is starting, and welcome to Division 2, guys. BFNL starts for them right now on the map that was of course not trained. So let's see. All players ready, and let's drive here. Off we go. So as Def pointed out earlier, some interesting points in the map that we should look at, and everyone is on the way here, making their way through the first couple of corners. No very early mistakes yet. Everyone still in as they go into the first looping here.
You can see already that they've split up almost half a second. Like the corner right before the looping, the last flat turn is really integral, and you have to find a way to maintain as much speed as possible through that. It's
Mm.
absolutely possible to overshoot it, and if you release, you're just bleeding speed for the following 4 to 5 turns. Somebody
Ooh.
crashed.
Ooh, I think it was Corbo. Yeah, Corbo with a crash, so he is out and down, and he can't keep up
So
anymore.
So normally you wouldn't be too upset about this because obviously it's a solo ranking and you're gonna make it up again. But one thing that playing it in teams, despite it being a solo rank, makes very interesting. If the teams are unbalanced or if one team starts dominating, you just have fewer rounds to make up a points deficit early. So
Mm.
it just so happens that if you make mistakes, you're likely to cost your team the round, and you're denying yourself further rounds to maybe make up a solo point deficit. So you really want to stay close enough where you can benefit from other people's mistakes. If you get lost early and you can't take advantage of that, you can very easily start falling behind and never be able to recover that gap.
Alright, so mistakes being punished just a little bit harder as we see Luxy trying to keep on with the pack here. Of course, Yuki
Extreme
also with a
dominating.
crash earlier
Extreme with a
on.
dominating performance. He's half a second ahead of second place Nov and
Yeah,
Gigasan and Miraco. This is going to be a very close fight for second place. Almost a photo finish.
wow.
Looks like it is Nov that finishes. Miraco snipes Gigasan, and that's going to be an easy blue round thanks to Corbo's early mistake and the ending snipe from Nov and Miraco. We can
Alright.
take a look at the team compositions actually, because Team Red is all FKX. Four teammates find themselves basically playing a war against the combined forces of DGF and VR.
Very interesting. Okay.
Dolan, Yuki, Luxi, and Gigasun versus Extreme, Nov, Miraku, and Corbo. Corbo actually in Division 3, but joining in for this match because he missed the original Division 3 match date, so maybe a
Ah,
bit unbalanced in favor of Red's side, because obviously being teammates, they have synergy, they want to work in each other's best interests, and I
yeah.
think that on paper they really should be able to keep it at least even, if not outright win.
Hmm. Alright. That is very interesting thing you point out. Ooh, Ekstram, winner of last round. Now with a very small mistake. Have to let everyone go.
Yeah, so on this map, small mistakes, it doesn't really matter. Like small mistake, big mistake. He's now 1.5 seconds behind. Now he has to have someone crash in order to catch up in the round, and this is why missing that one flat turn, for instance, can really set you back a long time. But a lot of red players, they lost almost all
Yeah.
of their speed coming out, and Ekstrom's going to be sniping them one by one as he approaches the start of the second lap, takes over Dolan's position, and unfortunately misses slightly. But he's right there in the competition. Luxian Dolan falling behind. Let's see this flat turn. Who manages to take it? The
Alright.
very best. Miraco almost crashing, but preserves all the speed, and his lead is also going to be safe at 4/10 of a second. Looks like a mistake from Nov. That's going to put him dead last. Ekstrom still fighting for that fifth, sixth, seventh place finish. Looks like an even round. Not sure who it's going to go to. So Gigasan should really try to snipe Corbo or Miraco if he wants this to be a red round, and he really should.
Will be very, very close for Corbo and Miraco, but I don't know if
Although,
Gigasan can manage it.
yeah, I don't. That is not sufficient pace to actually catch up with him.
No.
And he makes a small clip at the end. Miraco and Corbo finish with the same time, but Miraco first to the finish line. It's going to be a draw round.
Wow.
Good for both teams. They can make up some individual deficits. Ekstrom and Nov finished first and second in the first round. They're now last and second to last in the following one. So
That
as you
is
can see, the
interesting.
points are very, very balanced. And honestly, if you're a consistent player, if you can like this map doesn't really have many places where you can make a really difficult mistake, and sometimes it really is worth it to just play safe and try to get your team into these draw rounds to extend the map as much as possible and hope that you're going to capitalize on the inconsistency of other players. It's a weird mind game. Sometimes you want your team to win, And sometimes you want your team to lose to
Ah,
maximize your solo points.
that
So
is a very interesting system. That is indeed
it's a
true.
nice game of it's a nice unintentional game of cat and mouse because
That is nice.
sometimes you want your team to lose, and that's completely counterintuitive when you're watching a team match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because maybe at some point you realize your pace is just not strong enough and people aren't making as many mistakes, and you might want your team to lose faster so you don't get caught up to.
Yeah.
Always interesting to see how that works. Going into lap two,
There we go. So
Noff
Corbo,
with another mistake. That's gonna
not.
suck for him.
Dolan also made an early mistake. Yuki made
Gigasun
an early
touches.
mistake. Gigasan with a touch. Ooh, loses his lead there then. Mirako can take it. And now
And this map
Ekstrom
is
doing good.
this map is a bit weird, especially on train, but it's not a hard map. You really can avoid these mistakes and maybe go for these like fourth or fifth place finishes safely. It's gonna be worth more than trying to risk it for this like first, second place and then ending up crashing completely.
Yeah, so saving a bit would be better here, right? Because if the
Not actually
match...
retires.
Ooh,
That's not ideal because you have enough time to usually. Oh, pressed the wrong key. Normally you want to finish anyway because the 1 point can make a difference in the end.
yeah.
Rocco with another very strong time, so that's 1:55.4 and 1:55.5. Very strong consistency, and those times definitely the best we've seen so far.
Alright.
Looks like a blue round to me.
I think so as well.
Actually, is it?
Can Yuki actually finish? 3, 2, I don't think so. 1, he will not make it. And then
That's a blue
it
round
is a
now.
blue round. There we go. Alright. So if you want to keep up to the scores, guys, I think we can see at the bottom right hand side of the screen. We see Mirako leading, right? With 21 points. And then it counts down like that. So keep
So
an eye
this
on the
is
solo points.
the solo points are the in terms of divisional placement again, the solo points are the most important thing. And what you're gonna notice is that the North, for instance, his 1:55 8 time is more than competitive. He was second in the first round, but now he's second to last and quite far behind everyone else,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is just not gonna work out well. Now, normally these team points are kind of not the central thing. Because normally when you watch team as Ekstrom, unfortunate error in a
Oui,
very
oui, oui.
unexpected place. Not sure what that was all about. But when you're watching these team games, we normally just look at team points as like an indicator of who is carrying the team, but they're not really important, right? It's not a sum of points. It varies by round. But here, it is really just that sum of team points that matters the
Yeah.
most out of everything. As Gigasun
Oh,
with an early
not
mistake heading into lap
huge
two and
crash.
off again.
Yeah.
That's not working well for him, so I'm not sure if he's aware of that. Maybe I'm not sure if he's aware. Just because blue team is winning doesn't mean being second to last is gonna
Yeah,
get you a lot
exactly.
of points. So this is the kind of map style that I kind of expect Noth and Miraco to be really good at, and you can see with Miraco leading the field, they definitely have the talent, but you have to finish the rounds.
Yeah. Very, very important. So not with another mistake, and Dolan now being strong here needs of course some points for his own. And this is interesting because Corbo from Div 3 into this match, because he missed his own match, is now leading the field. Let's see if he can actually take it. Right behind him is Dolan, Mirako. Yuki also still there, but the gaps are pretty huge right now. Yuki with a mistake, giving it away. It will be
Corbo
Corbo for the
finishes
first
with a
place.
1:54.
Wow,
That's a hilariously fast time.
is
I
that the
don't think there was a
fastest time
one.
so far? Yeah,
It might be. I don't remember seeing a time like this in Div 3, so that's
wow,
the fastest time we've seen thus far. That's really, really good.
very good,
But it's
well
a
done.
red round. It's a red round. So this is actually really interesting. So Giga Sandolan and Corbo all on 20 points.
Wow,
Very
that is
closely matched.
close field. Ooh, Gigasan, very early mistake, so he will lose some points to Dolan and Corbo. Let's see if they can stay in and snack some away there. And Mirako, 7 point lead right now. He's doing very good.
So Corbo's raw pace is, I think, the fastest out of the field by some margin. Dolan is the one that got the 1:55.1, which is another impressive time. But if you look at the top times registered on the on the top 12 times you can see on the top of your screen. Dolan is actually on that table only once with that 155.1. All of his other times were 156 or weaker. So
Wow.
his pace definitely stepped up in the past 2 rounds. He started off very safe.
All right, and he's looking to do it again here. Now leading the field and actually leading 3 blue players, Mirako, Corbo, and Not right behind. And then there is a huge
So
gap.
this corner, let's see if... Okay, so they all managed to make it with relatively no difference in speed. But it's interesting to really see, like, if you take that corner badly, you can lose almost a whole second in the following 4 corners. It's almost insane how much you can come back.
Wow. Yeah, it's very, very important. Full speed parts here. And they all
That's an
managed to do
interesting
it.
line from Corbo.
Oof.
That's normally later than you would turn in, but it's working well for him. He might even have more speed than the
Yeah.
2 players in front.
He's coming in here. This will be very interesting to see the chicane right now. Dolan and Mirako trying to defend the lead. Let's see if Corbo can do it. Ooh, I think he's just too far away. Mirako with the win. A 155.08. Strong time by Mirako here as well.
That's a very strong round from everyone in the top 3. Very well done from all the players. And I think those 3 are going to start breaking away in terms of points now that Gigasan has had an unfortunately weak round. Ekström started off winning the first round, but he's now 16 points behind the lead along with Luxi. And it's Corbo, Dolan, and Mirako that have taken the lead of the map. Noff and Yuki, unfortunately, just not coming together for them. Now they've been eclipsed in consistency and in times.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
Struggling right now at the bottom of the field. And indeed, Gigasan not yet losing connection to the top 3, but he will surely try to fight his way up here again. But
the point is that in matches, the problem is that in BFNL, matches don't have to be 4v4. So matches proceed even if the teams are unbalanced. This creates a very weird sort of dichotomy where one team will be closing it out, usually with 7 zeros or something like that.
Yeah.
And what can happen then is, I don't know, you can just be done in 6 rounds, but now it's kind of balanced. And the matches are going to last long, and the problem is that these gaps of 16 points, they're difficult to come back from, and it looks to me like they're just going to keep extending, so...
Yeah,
it's not working in Extreme Luxi, Noff, and Yuki's favor that this is looking like a very balanced match that is probably going to play more than 10 rounds overall. Yuki, a chance to get so many points from the lead, but he crashes the most important turn. You can't allow yourself to do that. No boosters on this map, remember, so touching the wall is multiple seconds down the drain. You're basically going to go from 1st to 8th place immediately.
Ekström right now pushing, we see here. Trying to overtake
Corbo. Ekström definitely needs the 8 points, and Corbo, this time the line hurts him really bad. You normally want to turn into that corner earlier, because then you risk doing exactly what happened to him right now. Noff with
no.
That's the worst place to make a mistake. You really don't have any instability coming in there. Ekström will take very important 8 points, and more importantly, that's a very competitive time, so it means he might be able to start clawing back. Mirako in the lead, he's going to salvage 4 points from this round, so consistent even in a bad round. Sends his lead a bit further. Ekström now catching up, but he's going to need at least 1 or 2 more rounds like this in order to fully connect with the rest of the field.
Alright, so 4-1 in terms of team points right now, and important to remember.
It's looking bad. It's looking bad because Luxi and Yuki are really not having the time of their life right now. Dolan can't carry red team alone because Corbo, Mirako, and Ekström are all extremely strong pace-wise, and more often than not, they're going to figure out a way to be in the round. But this time it's Ekström and Gigasan, just as I speak of them. They crash early out of this round. It's very weird. You're not really supposed to make mistakes that early on.
No,
we're going to see what happens here. It's kind of interesting. It's not a hard map. You're not really going to bug out often. This is really just player mistakes happening more often than not. Yuki now with a commanding lead. He really needs this. He's in last place right now with 16 points, 23 behind Miraco. He needs this round win badly. Let's see how this flat turn goes. Miraco now making a mistake. This is what everyone
Oh
below him is waiting
no!
for.
No,
Second
Yuki!
consecutive round.
Oh.
Second consecutive mistake. That's gonna suck.
Ah. I think if he saved it out a bit more, because
If
he
he
had a
saved it, he would
complete.
have gotten 4 points exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're being a little bit too risky considering it's almost like they're not really aware of the format and just how much it matters that you get as many points as possible.
Yes.
Uh, Seriously, in most rounds, since you see people are making 3 to 4 mistakes per round, if you just try to save it, you can probably get 4 points a round minimum.
Yeah.
That's really a better strategy than trying to risk it. Dolan wins, but his team is nowhere to be found, and blue team is going to be closing that out really quickly, and that's
Yeah.
going to suck for everyone on the bottom of the leaderboard. Ekstrom, unfortunately, because of his early mistake, he only gets 4 points out of this round. His comeback attempt is somewhat curtailed. He's still going to
He's
be
trying.
quite far behind.
He's actually in the top 4 right now, so he got Giga-san. Miraco, good lead, Dolan as well, and then there is a gap to Corbo and a gap to Ekstrom. So let's see if Miraco and Dolan can keep pushing. And indeed, like you say, everyone at the bottom of the leaderboard is gonna have a problem. Is this will be closed out very soon, and it looks like it.
Yeah, when all the maps are untrained, it's not like you have a weak map and a strong map. You have no idea what's coming. You really want to maximize your safe performance in every map and just try to do as many 3 or 4 point rounds as possible at least.
Yeah.
There always has to be a loser, but the loser will most likely make a 10-second mistake. You really can't afford to release. It's not that big of a deal.
Very true.
Luxy
Especially.
this time leading, so this is the thing. You see people who have, 7th, 8th place in team points are leading the rounds. They have the pace, but it doesn't really matter. Not nearly as much as in normal team mode. So
Yep. Let's see if we can stay on the track right now, not here as well. Trying to get some
so
points,
that
close the
quarter, look at
corner.
that. That's a very small release that
Yeah.
Nov had to do, and look what's happening right now. He's getting absolutely left
Oi.
in dust.
Whew.
Smallest release costs him a position and multiple tenths of a second. It's insane what that one turn can do.
That is insane, getting snagged by Corbo and Ekstram, who is now looking to take first place here from Luxy, going into that very important turn on the
But
platform.
and Miraco has a good strategy here because you can see he's had two maybe slightly subpar rounds for his standards, but he's always half a second behind. If
Yeah.
something happens in front of him, he's always positioned to capitalize on it. Now, this round, kind of unlikely he's going to get anything
Oh!
serious because Yuki
No!
ah,
Oh my days.
Cardinal drops the ball. Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi. Not
Off snipes Ekstrom.
with a
Yes.
snipe on Ekstram. Luxy actually dropping down from first to third in the last corner, and somebody flew out. I don't know who that was.
That was Corbo, I think. That
Oh
was
my
Corbo,
days.
unfortunately. That's gonna suck for him because now Ekstrom has caught up to him completely. And knowing
Oh,
Ekstrom's
yeah.
strength as a player, I don't think you want to give him any free points for the following maps.
Alright, so Ekstrom very close trying to get into the top 3 here as we maybe close out map 1 already. 6-1 for Team Blue right now, so one more point and we move on. Let's see how this round plays out. Yuki here leading again. See if he can keep it happening here for himself. Everyone actually still in. Luxy here as well. And you see
It's a bit of a
players.
mistake from Miraco, but again, it's just 3 tenths of a second. It's not 3 seconds, so
No, he's
it's really
doing well.
important to minimize your losses as much as you possibly can in this
Yeah.
untrained segment. But this time, top 4, Ekstrom, Yuki, Noth, and Orbos, so this is looking like a blue round already. This may be over before it
Yeah.
even began.
Here comes Miraco as well. Had a very nice turn there for some speed. He lost it, but ooh.
Look at this. With this mistake, Dolan has a chance. Since this is still looking like a blue round, Dolan can snipe him for first place on this map.
Alright.
Obviously, it's only the total points between 4 maps that are counted, so it doesn't matter if you were first on a certain map or last. It's only total points, but still, losing your lead in that way, that's gonna suck.
Alright, so multiple fights going on here. Dolan trying to take place one after one map. Yuki with a huge mistake. He is out. Extrem also with a fight here with Corbo. Very interesting. See if he can take the top 3 here going into the last couple of turns on this map. And he will overtake Corbo, not just quite yet here.
Yeah, Miraco is making a stellar comeback. Dolan has been left behind, so it looks like he's going to be in the lead.
Alright.
Barring any mistakes on the final turn, let's hope we didn't cast our current sim. A blue ace, looks like,
wow.
to end.
And very good
one.
times as well. Corbo and Extrem, 54.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly, phenomenal. That's map 1. So, Yuki with a dreadful start for his standards, and already there is a 30-point difference between first and last place. I'm just going to jot down the points so we can keep track of them. So
that is very good.
I lost track for a moment. I'm just going to check when we tab back into the game. We're gonna go into map number 2. Okay, so the flat map is up next. All right. This is a completely symmetrical flat map in both dimensions. Nothing really to say about the map itself, but it's kind of compact for the speeds which you're achieving. So more often than not, people are going to be very fast in maybe lap 1 and then just inexplicably drop speed when they miss one of the turns.
All right.
When you lose your flow, you start losing a lot of time on this map because the turns are quite tight and you don't have a lot of room on the road to really maneuver. There is really just one perfect line and perfect patience, so this is a good test of your flat skills, definitely.
All right, so
I didn't catch the points completely.
Yeah, can't we?
I hope they're gonna be shown at some point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and clip them.
That would be nice to keep track of, since that is of course what matters the most.
I'm just gonna see. Is your Twitch recording a VOD? I don't think it is.
Second map. Yeah, this is second map, Jonas. Yes. I'm just struggling a bit here with the.
So I only lost track of. I lost track. So Yuki should be last with 25, Luxi 7th with 29, Noff I think 6th with 33, but I might have missed him. And the top 4 is Miraco, Dolan, Corbo, and Ekstrom in that order. I have the point totals. I just need to know who was 5th on the last map, if anyone remembers, by point total. If maybe someone in chat is paying attention and can tell us, because the server isn't showing it, and it would kind of help with keeping track.
Chat maybe can help. Maybe Lucky Shot, he is in there. With some point updates would be very nice.
As they warm up, I mean, there really isn't much to be said about this map. It's seriously just a completely symmetrical flat map. There are no signature. Not even. It's atypical. Normally, you don't really have symmetric maps like this because.
That's true.
I mean, it does get kind of boring. Lucky, I just want to know the order of the point totals right now. So who finished 5th in points on the last map and who finished 6th in points?
That would be very nice to know.
Because I have the point totals, I just didn't notice who was 5th and who was 6th. Other than that, yeah, so the problem here is that this map, you have almost no room to take the turn in any way other than the intended one. If you hit your release timing perfectly, you're gonna carry the normal speed. The problem is if you miss even one corner, you're also going to bleed speed for 3 to 4 turns, and that's gonna come out to maybe half a second. So if you at any point lose your timing, which is really easy to do because these are very tight turns, you're gonna lose time incredibly quickly, you're going to fall behind, and that kind of stuff adds up over rounds. The last map was platform. We saw Miraco and Noff doing well. Noff, unfortunately, his consistency stopped him from getting more points, but Miraco was first outright in points, and Corbo performed very well. And now we might see some of the FKX players and Extra maybe get some more points on this typical flat map that some fun speed players or full speed players may not be as well adjusted to.
Alright, so see who will come out on top here. And of course, guys, remember, this wasn't trained in any way, so players quite new to the map here as they start, just 2 warms-ups, and there they go. Off to the races on 4 seasons here for BFNL in Division 2. And we see Extram and Corbo being strong here already. Good lines. Miraco.
You can already see Miraco is falling behind. It's just the timing is very unforgiving here. It's not even Dolan. You see, you cannot. But see what happens. They didn't make any serious mistake, but they missed the timing, and they had to release a lot because the corners are so tight. And it's also it kind of turns off your flow for the rest of the map as well. When you do any kind of mistiming on this map, you're gonna fall behind a lot, even if you didn't actually touch the wall. Speaking of touching the wall, though, Miraco does slide out, so he's going to be dead last. In the lead, though, Extrem, look at this. So he hasn't made a timing mistake yet, and he's now 0.6 of a second ahead of second place. Even more now that Corbo has unfortunately made a mistake. And Extrem is going to have a dominant first round because he just hasn't made a timing error. He's kept it patient, hit all his corners correctly, and that's going to be a 1:20.65. That is an insane time. That is insanely strong.
Really good.
120 is a very, very well done time. And I think this is where Extrem is going to start clawing back a lot of points.
All right. So in total, very good for him. And Gigason here, very low actually.
I'm gonna guess. Do point totals based on guesswork. I know the top 4 on the first map was Miraco, Dolan, Corbo, and Extrem. That order. Then I'm gonna say Gigasun was 5th and Noff was 6th. I think that makes sense.
I think so as
and
well.
Yuki 7th and 8th. I think that's how it went.
Alright.
So we already see then that there was a 7-second spread in one round on a simple, completely symmetrical flat map. You might think to yourself, well, wait a minute, if you can take one of the corners correctly, how are you struggling with the others? But this is a completely flow-based map. If your flow is intact, you're gonna keep the speed. If not, you're gonna lose half a second. That's just how it works, unfortunately. You can't really take the turn better or worse. You can only take it one correct way, and this oftentimes means that victories here are very, very dominant.
As we see with Extrem happening right now, already 3 times
but he did do a small mistiming, which means Luxi and Corbo are catching up to him.
Yeah, you see.
And now he mistimes again, and look at that, he had to release, but Luxi then misses and has to release. It's just a chain of timing errors, seriously.
Ooh,
yeah, 4th place. Now. Yeah, lucky 4th place was Extrem. I am 100% sure of that. Luxi with a mistake, and he's going to drop 2 positions to that. Extrem finishes the round half a second slower than the previous one because of these small timing errors. And again, there's a 10-second spread between finishers. Noff and Miraco are caught completely off guard, and
very far
any
behind.
lead they might have had is going to come off almost immediately.
Wow, very interesting. So really a very, very precise map. And Extrem, good lead for him. He can take a lot of points away here if he keeps driving like this.
Extrem was only 10 points behind Miraco at the end of the first map. So at this point, he has already made that lead up, and that lead is just going to keep growing. So mismatch, the speed platform-like map was very simple, but the flat one is actually decently difficult for people to get a grip. So this is definitely favored to the traditional NASCAR players. Luxi, unfortunately, not benefiting as he makes an early crash.
It's very interesting
Extrem leading
to see,
again, so...
Yeah, Extrem leading, but red team actually with the 2 points there. So,
but what is this? He flies out completely.
Oh my days. He catches the bug somewhere, needs to reset. He is done. So everything that we just said about extra and points, not for this round. So Dolan taking the lead here and looking to make it 3-0 for Team Red.
Gigason makes a mistake though. It might not be a red round. Dolan with a timing error. Look at this. Corbo just flew over him in one corner because of a single timing error.
Miraco as well here.
And Corbo finish it though? That's the question. Miraco actually overtaking this will probably be a blue round, barring any late mistakes. Corbo with a great round. Dolan unfortunately sniped by Miraco. And this, I think, is solidly blue round.
Looks blue, and that's good for Ekstrom, right? Because if
he's gonna have an extra round to make up for his mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, so the points balance out now. This was a very interesting outcome of the round, and
yeah, Dolan
guess
first.
we still have all to play for. Someone got noob trapped. I think it was Gigason that fell behind due to a RAM bug or something early on.
All right, so he's already behind here.
Look at this. Corbo took the corner, the way you intuitively think is correct. Look at this now. He has to release because unfortunately there's a very narrow timing window and a speed window where you can make these corners full speed and also make the following one full speed. Releases are absolutely deadly. And Extra now has to release. He makes a mistake.
Gone. Corbo in first place here. Looking good for him. Luxy right behind.
Corbo from Div 3 absolutely toying with Div 2 players is absolutely beautiful to see.
That is
but
really
now he
good.
Makes a mistake and he's going to be dropping a lot of points. How many though? That's the question.
And Dolan is actually doing well for himself here. Second place, already top of the leaderboard here.
Yeah, and he was doing very well on map 1 as well. He started off very safely, low on points, but then he just stepped his pace up massively.
Yeah.
There were half a second per round, but Dolan makes a late mistake. Oh no!
Oh my days! And that's 5th place for him. Corbo takes the round then. Interesting.
Yeah, Corbo takes the round, and I think he might even outright be in first place now, Corbo. Actually, not quite, but he's only 1 point away. But look at this. 4 points in one corner. And the problem is, if he didn't crash, if he tried to release, he would have probably lost 4 points anyway. So there's no way you can save yourself.
Yeah. That is very
These maps are incredibly punishing from a consistency perspective. You just can't make a mistake. There are no boosters. There are no ways for you to make up the speed you've lost. And you're just going to be punished over and over again.
Oh, Corbo! What the fuck? Corbo flying out. Alright, he is done for. Holy moly. He didn't even have to reset.
Sent him to Narnia.
Oh my days.
United forever.
Alright, so Corbo out and Ekstrom in the lead here. Oi. Very unforgiving.
Miraco keeping up, so there is still a chance for Miraco to make up points, but as I say that, he releases Caster Curse in full effect.
Oi. Ekstrom doing well. He has a little gap for himself. Sure, he wants to save it here. Gigason drifts out here, so he will lose 2nd place. Now Luxy hunting Ekstrom. Has to release a bit. Dolan can overtake. Good speed from Dolan, who will actually push here in the last couple of turns, but Ekstrom is looking alright here. Can he keep it up to the finish line? Last 2 corners here for Ekstrom. He has done it in a 120.9. Well done. But it is still, I think, a blue round. Is it? I'm not quite sure.
No, that's a red round.
No, it's red actually. Yeah. Okay.
Many finishers are on the 121 free range.
Yeah, the gap to Ekstrom is pretty large here. Especially on this flat map. So Ekstrom, the man to beat, also in first place, tied actually with Luxy here. So Luxy maybe was a bit under the radar and we didn't spectate him too often, but he's doing well. 31 points, same as Ekstrom. So he is a very big
That's going to be important for him because Ekstrom makes a mistake. That's something everyone can benefit from. That was uncalled for. Now all these players, Lux, Yuki, have a chance to take the outright lead. And look at this timing mistake from Gigasun and Corbo. Luxy shoots into the lead, maintaining that flow very well so far. Going into lap 2. Let's see if he can keep it and take outright lead on this second map after a poor first map. Looking good so far. He's carving these corners up, so very well done from him. Has some opposition, but none that's able to keep up for long. He now has more than half a second ahead. His timing has been impeccable. Small release there, though. Let's see how much that's going to cost him. Noff behind, unfortunately, makes a mistake. So Luxy is free to finish unopposed. More than a second the lead.
There we go. Wow.
Luxy will take overall lead with a 120.8. Excellent time.
Very good.
And a red round, which means they take 4-2 the advantage.
All right.
And suddenly this map might finish sooner than we thought, and it's not going to work well for some players. Gigasun dead last.
Oof.
Terrible performance on the second map. Corbo dropping a lot of points after a fast start. Luxy now in the lead. Ekstrom and Dolan close by, and then 4 players around the 20 to 25 point mark. Very interesting indeed.
Nice midfield here indeed, with some very close points, and also the second place battle now between Ekstrom and Dolan. Ekstrom, because of the mistake last round, dropped a lot of points. Dolan coming close here.
Somebody drops out early, I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Ekstrom again, might be.
Yeah,
yes, Ekstrom is in last place again. It's a smaller mistake than before, but he's still gonna have to rely on Dolan and Luxy making mistakes ahead if he wants to catch up. But 2 people make mistakes in the span of a corner. Luxy then makes a mistake. He has to release. And Ekstrom's way back into this round might be secured, but where is he? He only overtakes now, so he's still a full second behind.
Yeah,
that's not going to work out very well for him.
Yeah. So a lot
he has
of
to
mistakes.
hope for a miracle. Miracle gives him a point unless something happens. Looks like a close fight for 3rd place. Both players have to release. This opens the door for Luxy, but he doesn't take the corner ideally either. A lot of mistakes here now, and Ekstrom might even be fighting for 2nd place at this rate. Incredible comeback round after an early mistake limits the damage. He will be tied by Dolan, but maybe he can spare himself any further embarrassment. What's going to happen here at the end? Can they save it? Looks good.
They did.
Not the fastest round, and Dolan will overtake Ekstrom in the points. Luxy bleeds the lead that he had.
Only 4th place for him. And again a red round, so they're closing it out here at this rate.
This is going to be really ugly. Because now there are 3 players at 40 points. The next closest player hasn't even reached 30. So 3 players, Luxy, Dolan, and Ekstrom, absolutely standing out on this map. Miraco's lead well and truly gone. Nowhere to be found. Noff doing well. Yuki and Gigasun struggling again. That's not gonna bode well for them heading into map 3 and 4. They really want to start clawing these points back because they have the pace, but they have to finish the rounds. Gigasun doesn't do what I just said. Massive crash puts him out of another round. He's dead last on this map, and it's not looking to change anytime soon. Yuki, however, in the lead. Ekstrom with a small release, so Yuki likely to be in the lead, but no, he releases as well. 2 caster curses in a single round. How many more can I do? Ekstrom now has to release. Luxy and Ekstrom fighting for the lead. It might well be a fight for the overall lead in points on map 2. Which player will struggle to finish? Well, what is that from Ekstrom? He barely keeps himself on the road. He's overtaken by Luxy. This is turning into a real fight because Dolan is also right behind them. Now everybody's strongly dropping behind. There's 6 players in 3/10 of a second. No idea how that's going to end, but it looks like a blue round.
Oh, no, Ekstrom. Oh, he gave it away, I think. Yes.
It's Noff that finishes first.
Oh,
that's going to be an interesting result, and it is a blue round, more importantly, so they can extend it. Yuki and Gigasun are not going to like that it's a blue round because they at least wanted it to finish quickly so their points losses could be minimized, and now they are going to be plumb last. Luxy maintains his lead, 4 points ahead of Ekstrom and Dolan, both on 47. 12 points ahead of Noff with 35. That 8-point win, that's going to be a huge injection for Noff.
Yep, that is very good by him. And that was a very interesting last round actually. As you said, people getting closer together. It might actually be the case that players, they learn the map a little bit more and they, I don't know, just make just a little bit less mistakes.
Dolan releases, that's going to be 3/10 of a second. Unfortunately, Ekstrom does a lot more than 3/10 of a second there, and that's going to mean Dolan will be taking over that second place. It's also importantly looking like a red ace so far. So this is good news for Yuki, good news for Gigason. Their pain is going to come to an end, and Luxi and Dolan might extend their lead. It's going to be great for them if they can actually finish it, but I may be speaking too soon, looking a little bit shaky from the players in front. Lap 2, you start losing your timing, jitters start happening. Luxi drops the lead. He's just not taking the corners optimally. Nobody catching up with him yet, no crashes yet, but Yuki crashes on command almost.
We've seen that before. Still looking good for red team though. And as you said,
it's going to be a map point for red team, so that's going to be great news if you are Luxi and Dolan, because their lead is about to extend. Gigasan drops the point to Dolan. Domination extended, and it's solidly a red round. Ekstrom finishes last.
That is very bad for him.
He's going to be left in the dust in that second and first place fight. He's now 11 points behind Luxi, 6 points behind Dolan. He has to rely on a huge mistake from them to catch up now.
Wow. Alright.
Not gonna like that because he was already behind Dolan in map 1, so Dolan's lead to Ekstrom, one of his main competitors, I think, going to increase unless something really great happens here for blue team. At this point, Ekstrom is hoping that his team can extend the map. Red team looking to end it. Luxi and Dolan want this to be over as soon as possible because their lead is looking great.
Let's see if they can close it out here. Blue team is gonna need a very, very strong performance to stay in. Needs to come from Ekstrom and Corbo.
Everything. Look at that. That's as fast as we've seen all day long. Let's see if he can keep it in lap 2. That's a very strong line so far. His timing has been impeccable. This might well be an incredibly fast round, a 1.20 again. No mistakes so far. Dolan faster than his previous fastest time. Ekstrom incredibly fast as well. Everybody drops except the leading two. Let's see what happens from here on out. Dolan has to release. Ekstrom is clear in the lead. He just needs to save the round. I don't think his team is going to be able to save this map. It might well be over in favor of red team. Ekstrom wants these 8 points to try and claw back some of the lead.
Extremely fast here, I think. Holy
moly. Oh my god.
Moly, what is this?
120.03. That's 6/10 of a second faster than the second fastest time.
And it's actually a draw. So it's not done. Oh my days.
Ekstrom is here to play. He's not going to let this map drop. Unfortunately for him, even though he left Luxi and Dolan behind by more than a second, that's only 1 and 2 points because they finished second and third.
Wow.
So he wants his team to play interference a little bit more, and they're not doing that. Noff and Miraco in particular really struggling on this map compared to their previous performance. Gigason dragging down red team and Ekstrom with an early mistake. That's going to suck.
Not great for him. Now it's on Corbo here to keep blue team in the race. That will be very, very hard as we see Miraco also down. And red team trying to snack. Ooh, not with a crash. I think that will be it for blue team. Corbo out as well.
And Luxi and Dolan are first and second again, so it's their consistency that saves them. Yes, they're not the fastest. Ekstrom absolutely obliterated them with that time last round, but they collected more points overall, and that's all that matters in the end. Ekstrom can at least be happy that he made up the gap to the rest of the field, but unfortunately, Luxi and Dolan are probably both going to clear him. He needs to play recovery now and hope that he can maybe secure that 4th place spot, minimize his losses, hopefully come back on the following map. Expect maybe take from Luxi on the following map. That's a 120.6.
Nice
Third
time.
fastest time. Unfortunately, nowhere close to Ekstrom's 120.0. But that's a dominant win for Luxi and Dolan. They're going to be the undisputed victors of this map. We're just going to tally up the points now when we see the final total. And we're going to see how the players are standing. Heading now into map 3.
All right.
Don't alt tab because I'm going to be looking at your stream. Give me one. Maybe 15.
There we go. So indeed, very strong by Luxie and Dolan. Really, really good. And it's actually 4 minutes before 9. So I think it is time for us to jump into Div 1. As it will be starting.
Might well be.
Yeah.
And as we're going, I'm just going to drop one last update on how the players in Div 2 are going.
All
Putting
right.
them into map number 3 before we make our jump to Div 1. So let me just calculate the points real quick. Hopefully I didn't mistake them because obviously we still don't know what happened on map 1 with the 5th and 6th place finish.
It's good to have somewhat of an update here.
Let's see what happens. And if my count is correct, the current leader is Dolan, 119 points after 2 maps.
Wow.
Actually, forgive me, I can't. No, it is genuinely 119 points. Ekstrom, 105 points. Luxie, 102 points. Irako, 99 points. Corbo, 86 points. Igasan, 69 points. And Yuki, 64 points.
All right.
So for some players, it might as well be over now, but Div 2 should still be interesting, especially between the top players. Dolan with a commanding performance on the first 2 maps, looking like the guy to beat as we jump to Div 1.
There we go. So that was Div 2 for you guys up until that point. We'll go to Div 1 here. Starts in 3 minutes. So let's see if we can go there.
What's the password? Just DM it to me or something.
Alright, there we go. A lot of players in the server already, so that's always very good. Let's jump back into the game. There we go.
Just give me the password if you can.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Okay, so we just saw some very interesting action in Div 2. We saw some really good times. It's going to be an excellent point of reference for Div 1. Now we're going to see the very best, at least in terms of their qualifying performance, duke it out in Division 1. And we're going to see just how much faster, or not faster, surprisingly, they might be from the performance we saw in Div 2. Just to give you an idea of how much competition varies between each of the 5 divisions in BFNL. Obviously, there would be as many divisions as there are players. Each division should contain 8 players, but as far as I understand, tonight only we have a 5v5 in Division 1.
Wow. That's
Players
good.
joining in late, I think, for some reason. Not exactly sure what the organization reason behind it is, but it is, I think, a 5v5.
Alright. More interesting for us. We gotta see more top players drive in one match, so that's good. So we got Devil here already, Focus, Racerlight, Mu, Dopa, Stico, Lucky, and Bellman. And then
Is he driving or is he adminning?
I'm not sure actually. I think he
He's
finished
doing
pretty
both.
high.
I think he might. Yeah, he might be just doing both. That's
okay.
That's gonna be interesting.
All right. So just arranging the teams here before we can start. I'm still missing 2 players, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know who we're waiting for actually. Spider, I think, is also a person who should be in Division 1, so we're waiting for him.
All right.
Not sure who else we're waiting for, honestly.
I don't have
Oh,
the
FUTS
scores.
players are here. Okay,
Spider
so
and Budala.
Budala, or you might have known him in the SNC by the name KWS.
Aha, yes. We do know.
So he's been playing a ton of NASCAR in the meantime, and it's safe to say that the talent he showed in the SNC is not going to go to waste, because he has been absolutely tearing it up lately.
All right.
Absolutely well-deserved Division 1, and we're going to see how well he fares against the very best we have to offer.
Nice.
This is Division 1. There is no promotion from here. There is demotion, however. Not exactly sure how it's going to work, but I assume that if someone has a really bad performance and someone has a great performance in Div 2, they're going to swap positions. Really interesting to see what the absolute times are going to be. Unfortunately, though, again, times don't count for anything. It's just your points that end up mattering in the end. Extra might have been by far the fastest by absolute time in the last time that we saw, but it didn't help him because Luxindo got more points. And that is all that's going to matter in the end. Of course, whichever team wins receives a bonus, like you position as though you finished one position higher. And I think Div 1 is going to be the only division where we seriously see that team bonus play a role. The teams here should be decently balanced, I think. And players should be less likely to do any weird crashes. So I think the team bonus is also going to play a role here.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out here. We're only waiting for Budala. And then we can maybe look at the teams real quick.
I think it's really interesting. The team distribution is going to be really interesting, I think, for this. Because this is for this week, it's a 5v5. When you've got players like, Racer, like Spider, Dopamine in the mix, Mew, Steak, it's kind of, I don't know how you're supposed to balance that kind of star power. I just wonder how they divided the teams. Devil as well, I almost forgot to mention my main man. With that kind of talent on the server, I really wonder how the teams are going to be balanced.
Yeah, that will be very interesting to see. So still waiting just a bit more. Is there any particular name that could surprise us here in Div 1? Because we know the top guys, of course, but for example, to see Focus driving here, I think that's nice. That's good. I'm wondering who can really surprise us with some great consistency.
I think watching Focus, Lucky Shot, and Bellman, Lucky Shot is a bit of an interesting case. So in the FNC and generally in team-based competitions, Lucky Shot has this tendency to drive very, very quick times, extremely competitive in terms of raw pace, but to collect very, very few points. Because very often he risks it to reach that kind of performance level, and that costs him a lot of points, even though he's delivering maybe some critical moments for his team. But this time it doesn't matter. Now he has to go and collect as many points as he can, something he's traditionally been a little bit weak at, against this kind of opposition. So I want to look at him specifically. I want to see a good performance from him. I want to see a consistent performance from him.
All right.
Because this time the maps are untrained, right? This is you might be able to catch a top player by surprise. Because we know Lucky Shot has the skill. He just usually doesn't have the consistency.
All right.
This might be the one time where he can really make up for that kind of thing.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see how he can put the heat to names like Dopa, Devil, and actually the rest of the field, because the field is very strong.
And another name that I really want to see is actually Icky. So I don't remember what the last time we saw him in an official competition was. At least under the FUTS banner.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since FUTS have competed as, FUTS. We see the Dream Team.
That's true, yeah.
We see the Dream Team every year in SNC, but that's also a mixture of players from, the best free agents available every year. So it's sort of like a super team.
Yeah.
Seeing them compete under the FUTS banner again is just really brings back some good memories, and I want to see him perform very well because he's an insane player.
All right.
Everybody, everybody, when you think of FUT, you think of Fluff, you think of Racerlight, players like that, but uh, basically every single one of them was absolutely elite, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Jake should show that for us today. Players
All
like
right.
him, Johnny, Pornsegel, Lordy,
Yeah, those were
always
at the
great to see
top.
them, and yes,
Surely. So maybe Steaky can do something magnificent here today. And indeed, very interesting, Lucky Shot points out in the chat, if you add up the quali times from both teams, they are exactly the same. So then
to be
Ranek
fair
says,
though,
should we prepare for infinite number of draws? Yeah, this can go on for some time.
unfortunately, yeah, I don't. The qualification times here are less, I think, important than maybe they would be normally. Because
Hmm.
I think a lot of players, and I do mean a lot of players, didn't really qualify 100% seriously. I think they left a lot on the table. Because when you have names like Dolan in Div 2, and you kind of think to yourself, well, wait a minute, how did that happen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How is Div 2 so stacked? It has extra Dolan.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
it kind of makes sense because these qualification times are perhaps, I mean, we'll see for ourselves, right? We knew what the times were on this first map, and now we're going to see just how much better Div 1 is than Div 2.
That will be very interesting.
Because
Very
obviously,
interesting.
with the system of promotion and relegation, you obviously have to be ready to go one division up on a week's notice, and you have to prove that you are capable of that.
Very
Thanks,
true.
Focus.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Don't forget
am
to hydrate, my man.
I am 100% prepared.
He is he is absolute stacked. All right. Very, very, very good. All right. Yeah, some water for us because of course, guys, we've been going for an hour of casting already, but the fun doesn't stop. We are in Div 1 right now. We left Div 2 behind, and we are ready to get
The fun is basically just beginning.
exactly.
I really can't wait to see what players like Racerlight, Stake, Dopamine, Spider, Mew, Devil, what they're gonna do to these on-trade maps. Because we just saw a lot of really good players, Extrem, Dolan, Miracle, Noth. We just saw a ton of great players, Gigasun, Yuki as well. We just saw them do their best. Now we're gonna see what happens when, the boys are back in town and they take over.
Exactly. And it's always also very interesting to see how much faster these guys maybe can learn a map and even out the mistakes that are being made. I find that very interesting to see over
Not just
time.
that, but I really think you're gonna see way fewer weird mistakes because in
Yeah,
Div 2,
exactly.
you know the players are extremely talented, but you saw these kind of weird mistakes, maybe crashing on the first lap here before the first, you know, while you basically have no speed and it's just a plain turn without any timing difficulty, and people would crash for
Yeah, yeah,
weird
yeah.
reasons, or people finding their way into the poles here for some reason.
Yeah.
I really hope we're gonna see less of that because I think what we talked about in the Div 2 match, what we introduced the audience to, which is these kind of team dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
where you're trying to compete not just for additional points if your team wins, but you also have to be mindful of how the match progressing is going to affect your solo ranking compared to your opponents. I think
Mm.
it's just completely unique in NASCAR. We've never had this kind of thing before the BFNL, and I think that's its most innovative part. This is the weirdest fusion of a solo and team competition that I've seen in all of the years that I've been playing.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very true. They will add up to the spice and the heat that we will see in the match. So that is very nice.
Because depending on how you are performing against your main rivals, you are going to want your team to be better or worse. It's just, in the SNC, you just want your team to perform well. In the PTC, you just need yourself to perform well. And
Yeah,
this is
this is a
just
mix.
a complete controversion. It's
Yeah,
basically like playing a free-for-all deathmatch. For, I don't even
yeah,
know
yeah.
how to put it.
Yeah, that's good. That's well said, I think.
So let's see actually how these teams are balanced because I'm really interested. So blue team,
All right.
Udala, Spider, Lucky Shot, Focus, and Dopamine. Red team, Stake, Racerlight, Mew, Devil, and Bellman. What do you think? Do you think there's an advantage for one of the teams?
I don't know if there is particularly an advantage, but I would say red team is, in terms of consistency and maybe long-term performing, would be a little bit better than blue. But then on the other hand, I see the man Dopamine on Team Blue, so you never know. Actually, I actually think it's pretty well balanced, and we'll see some great fights here. I think so. What do you think?
This is really interesting because on one hand, you know very well that the FUTS duo on Team Red are gonna just keep hammering in decent times.
Yeah.
Then you have Devil is also an elite player. Bellman maybe, I don't know, maybe a bit off on pace. Not exactly sure how that plays into it, but maybe he's going to keep up well. We don't know yet. But I find that both teams have a sort of consistent side, and both teams have a sort of streaky tendency. Because you have Lucky Shot on one side, extremely fast player with dubious consistency. Then you have Mew on the other side, very fast player with sometimes dubious consistency.
Yeah.
And it really depends, I think, on which one of these is exposed a bit more.
That is true, actually.
I really don't think you could divide these 10 players in a way that would be truly perfectly balanced. I think this is as good as you can get.
Yeah, I think so as well. That's very, very nice.
But I really think the fact that both of the FUTS players are on Team Red is just a huge advantage. If you're playing on Red, you love to see that.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's
very true. So it will be interesting to see, indeed, like you said, how Bellman will perform in that team as well.
So the wildcards here, sort of, you all know about Spider, Dopamine, Stake, Razorlight, Mew, and Devil, right? You kind of think of them as, the most elite players.
Yeah.
You've got now the 4 players that are new to this kind of level of competition. And I'm really interested to see how they stack up.
Yeah.
Because they could well be, the decision maker for their teams.
Exactly.
Sure, you have the consensus strongest player in Dopamine on Team Blue, but he has more of these sort of unproven but very talented players on his team.
Very true. So let's see how it evens out here and how the match plays out on map 1 as we start out here. And both teams looking to get the first point, and of course all players looking to get their first points in this mixed team and actually solo performance tournament. So interesting to see Dopa in the back here as he is past.
Bellman touched the pole. That's a really bad mistake. That's gonna send him back. But look at this. This is exactly what I mentioned about the red team. Look at this. You have Stake, Razorlight, and Devil on the same team. You're very unlikely to see them commit some kind of serious round-ending mistake. They have the sort of tactical know-how to always stay within touching distance, and right now it's looking to me like a red advantage so far.
It is
heading into lap 2.
Very good.
But Razorlight makes an uncharacteristic mistake early on, so that just drops the ball completely.
Alright, so things are still open.
This is completely open actually. This can pivot one way or another very quickly. It might even be a draw round, although right now slightly blue favorite after Razorlight's mistake. Lucky Shot in 3rd place.
Yeah, let's see.
Gala in 4th place. Focus in 5th. Very good.
Very nice. So really good blue team middle part there. As Lucky Shot takes 2nd place. No, but he gets the caster's curse. Actually crashes there. Oh no, he gives it back to Stiko and everyone.
How did he crash there though?
I don't know.
That's the part that really confuses me. That's just straight up basically straight section of the map. But now Budala also touches, so...
Wow. What is this?
This is a red round. This looks like a red round because of Lucky Shot's mistake.
Yeah.
But look at this. Exactly the thing that we mentioned before. Mew 9th, Lucky Shot 10th, making the most serious mistakes on both teams.
Yeah,
they have great pace, but if they're finishing 9th and 10th, they're gonna find themselves in a really bad way very quickly.
Actually, Focus with a 3rd place there has to be said. Good performance by him there.
But here's a very interesting thing. Look at the times. 155.7, 155.9, 156. This is straight up a Div 2 round. Div 3 almost.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's because they're still working. What happened to Razorlight?
What a flight! Oh no,
Canada United sends in business class straight out of this round.
Oh my days. Okay, so he is out. Oh no. And now
Ah,
red
damn.
team pushing for him actually. Let's see.
So this is really interesting. There's another interesting dynamic. These matches are supposed to be 4v4, but now it's 5v5. Which means there are more points being awarded in total. So the differences can become more severe.
Oh
That's
my
actually
days.
interesting to kind of point out.
Very true. As we saw Devil actually just nosedive himself into the looping, trying to cut it short. And then he hit the border and he is out. 9th place, so huge mistakes here.
This is looking like a completely blue round. So they're gonna equalize very early on unless they make some kind of serious mistake. Stake leading. This is exactly the kind of performance I wanted to see from him. He's absolutely fired up, but you got Mew, Spider, and Dopamine on your tail. You need a lot of skill not to crack under that kind of pressure. Doesn't look like he's cracking, and this time Mew is backing him up, but unfortunately, it's going to be a blue round no matter what, unless a blue player makes a mistake.
Alright, so Spider taking first place actually here. Well done, as Mew, Devil is very close actually here with these three. Let's see who can take it for this round. Stiko, Mew and Spider going into the last turn here.
The final mistakes maybe that can affect the point order significantly. Doesn't look like it.
All right.
Now that's a round I expected to see out of Div 1. That's 155s across the board, but we also saw some really good Div 2 players make these kinds of times, right?
Yeah.
Corbo Miracle could easily do that as well, so far it's the consistency that differentiates.
Yeah.
At least for now.
Exactly. Actually, Devil and Razorlight, huge mistakes, and we find Razorlight in last place at the moment with only 5 points.
2 ugly mistakes. Meanwhile, Stake, who drove basically the same pace as him but finished the 2 rounds, is leading with 18 points. So these small mistakes add up a lot because there's now 10 players in the field instead of 8. Every mistake is worse off. You need to be even more consistent than you were before.
Yeah. So Razorlight will be looking to take back some points.
This time Budala leading the field into checkpoint 4 with a great start, but Spider with more speed. Unfortunately, a bit of airtime for Budala is going to ruin his speed. It's caught up to by Spider, but still, he's in 2nd place, doing very well for himself and competitive with 11 points.
Very well done. Meanwhile, we see the 2 Futs guys, Razorlight and Stiko, very far behind. Already.
And that's another mistake from Razorlight. That's a terrible start from him. Not sure what's going on, but he might find himself completely out of this map before it's even started. This, surprisingly, can still be a red round. I don't think it is now that Stake is breaking down the start-finish line, but it almost looked competitive with Devil out in first place, but unfortunately 2 red mistakes is a bit too much to bear.
I think so as well. Mew pushing for it now, but the field looks strongly blue here with Dopa, Spider and Lucky Shot in the first
Bellman's falling behind, and now there's just no chance, unfortunately. Looking like a blue round. They'll answer with 2 of their own after losing the first round to Red Team.
Alright.
Devil, however, looking to make up a lot of points because he can now shoot up almost directly into the lead again. Despite his mistake in round number 2, because Stake is nowhere to be found. Spider dropping
we lost
out.
him. We lost.
Wait a minute, he's dropping
as well.
It's gonna be a red round.
No way!
Bro, this is a red round, I think.
No, yeah, I think as well. Devil wins it at 154. Wow.
That's a red round.
Oh my god.
You can't do that. No.
I don't know. We just lost Spider on the way there and then it all crashed down. Dopa also flying out of the map, I think, in the end. And blue team gives it away.
That's ugly. Here's
Very
an interesting thing. There are only 2 players now that are kind of out of it all. Bellman with 13 and Razorlight with 8. But all of the other players, 6 players in 6 points, they can really quickly make up differences in a 10-player field. So this is going to be competitive up to the very end.
Very nice
Spider,
to see.
okay, I need to carry. Might be engaging his serious mode.
All
Let's see
right.
what Spider does from here on out, because he looks like he wants to take it up a notch. And indeed, PNE and Dopamine lead the field heading into the looping on lap 1. Mew going now further ahead than anyone else. He has so much
Oh,
speed heading into this loop. He might be extending his advantage now.
Dopa is gone actually. He tried to take that turn before the wall ride and the looping a little bit wider, but he failed. Lost a lot of speed and he is out.
That's gonna very, very adversely affect him. But Mew, oh
Oh
no!
no.
Inside of the Ramstein, TMNF. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, 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 ay. Alright, so
You
we
can't
lose
do that.
Mew.
You can't do that in TMNF. You can do that in TM2, but you can't do that on this game.
No,
That's
you
gonna
need
result
to
in a
stay in.
throw, often
Yep.
than not. Now Lucky Shot competing for the outright lead. 4 players within 0.2 of a second. Racerlight not far behind. Bellman not far behind him as well. Everything to play for still. Racerlight really needs the points. He would love to finish above 4th place, but can he is the question, because he's
See,
now
they can.
solidly in 5th and he's 0.3 of a second behind. Looking like he's lagging a little bit as
Yeah, I
well. Maybe it's
see it
just
as
the
well.
server. Maybe not really mistakes related to him. Might be server lag, but Devil now shoots ahead into the lead and he's already first, so looking to extend his advantage. Stake is in 8th place. Devil could be solidifying his lead here. Looking like a
Wow.
great round for him. He reaches
Very
the
well
finish
done.
line. 1:54.59 is an absolutely incredible time.
Fastest time so
Players,
far.
yeah.
Nice. Very
Div
well
1
done.
kicking it up a notch.
Yeah.
Opamine
Really
second to last. Racerlight last.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Take a screenshot right now, guys, because this is
The
into the
first and
history
last
books.
time you're ever gonna see this.
Yes, I think so.
Holy shit.
But like you said, the field is still relatively close. Devil actually walking away with a lot of points right now, taking a lead there of 6
Devil is
points to
combining-
Lucky.
Devil is combining elite pace and consistency right now.
Yeah.
Lucky Shot, I mean, he's showing exactly what I said. His pace is elite. Look at that. Third fastest time, because Devil set another 1:54.6, but that's the second fastest time in terms of like players outright. And this time he managed to benefit from the mistakes of others, and he's now in 2nd place with 26 points. So he wants to keep this up.
Yeah.
This is as good as he can possibly ask for. It's
think
very
so.
rarely you get Dopamine, in this kind of position, and Racerlight 12 points behind you. You need to hold on to every point of this lead you possibly can.
Yep. So just a little bit more safe driving maybe from Lucky, as he wants to keep the points, but he can't be too safe. Small mistake by him.
It's a Stake sandwich between 2 Danes as they're trying to overtake him on the road. Stake managing to keep up. Mew and Focus now into the battle as well. They're still about 0.3 of a second behind, but they are in competition in case anyone makes a mistake. 7 drivers within half a
Very
second.
close.
This is bound to be good.
Alright. So very close still as we are closing out on the map. Dopan with a solid lead right now.
Opamine took so much speed from that leading segment. It didn't look like he was any faster, but now he's just cleaving ahead of everyone else.
Wow.
And whether this is going to be a blue or red round is going to be up for debate until the very end. Lucky Shot now shooting into 3rd place. Can he possibly overtake Devil for 2nd? Does he have the speed for the last minute snipe? I'm not sure he does, but maybe the final corner is brilliant. Doesn't look like it though. And it
Oh
will
my
be...
god. Woo.
I'm not sure whose round this is. Could
That
be a
is
draw, could be red, could be blue.
Exactly. That is amazing. Look how close that is. Holy moly. The
They're gonna
field
finish.
stepping it up here.
You're gonna finish. If he doesn't, this is a red round. I think it is.
Oh, that will be very
I think
close.
if he finishes, it might be a draw. No, it's a red round. It's a red round regardless.
Wow.
Racerlight sniped Focus by 0.03 of a second,
Yeah.
and Focus sniped you by 0.03 of a second.
Sniping and sniping for the points here. And a red round indeed. So 2-3 in terms of team points. And this map is long from over. As we can see, of course, playing to 7 points.
Okay, so this is turning very ugly for a lot of players now, because if you take a look at everyone except Devil, it looks kind of clean, right? 30 to 20 points,
Yes.
you can clean that back, but now it's looking kind of ugly because Racerlight is on 20, Mew's on 24, Spider is on 25, and Dopamine on 28, Devil's on 41.
Yeah.
These kinds of leads are not easy to come back when you're fighting against Devil. This isn't like Div 2, Div 3, where maybe somebody has one strong style and then they suck on the other map. Maybe Mirako leading on the first map, but then not being able to deal with the flat map. Not going to get free handouts here. 13 points is a lot. They need to start putting points into Devil very quickly.
Very, very true. So Devil, right now, just a bit behind here. Dopamine leading. Budala and Razorlight on his tail. They all need the points here. Razorlight especially.
Spider with a mistake. That might well put him in last place at the end of this round if the rest of the players do very well for themselves. Focus off the pace.
Devil!
And
mistake, he hit the border. That is very important. He drops
down. That's the integral corner we talked about, and this is the invitation. All 4 players who are in the lead now, they needed this. This is so important for them. Spider, unfortunately, unable to capitalize, but everyone else is going to take that handout. They're going to run away with it. They're going to say thank you.
Thank you,
Call
Devil.
it a day. Let's see, however, if they can make it to the finish line. Look at this lucky shot, so risky, and Razorlight dropping back. Stake now making up 2 positions.
Oi, oi, oi.
Razorlight can't afford to drop positions like that because he's not looking well. Mew risky at the end. He might drop 2 positions himself. Dopamine now in the lead.
Oh, look, he giving it away.
32.
Small mistake there. Dopa with a very strong time. Fastest time we've seen so far, so well done by him.
2 fastest times actually. So this is now Dopamine's actual pace. He's now going to start catching up and putting points into everyone. Free. Map is as close as you'd like, and Dopamine is now only 5 points behind first place. You can be sure he's going to aim for first place. Somebody got noob trapped.
Who was that? It was
Devil! Oh no! Second round in a row!
Oh no, Devil. Is he gonna start to crack already on this map?
That 13-point lead might be done before we pass 2 rounds, since I said that.
It might actually be
caster curse in effect.
Wow.
Dollar crash, fake crash. What is going on? It's lap 1, boys. What are you doing?
Oh my god. Well, a lot of crashes here. A lot of players out. And
it's
the only
lap 1. You have no speed. Come on.
Oh my days. This is not looking good for a lot of players here. So
Spider's
and Budala.
going to enjoy this opportunity if he can capitalize on it. Lucky shot. Look at this. Look at his speed. He's still in 2nd place. He can benefit from this as much as anyone.
He will take a lot of points home. Razorlight as well. Important 2nd place for him right now.
Razorlight needs to start catching up. He's not so far that he can't do it, but he needs to start catching up now.
Yeah, he is looking to
do like that. A good turn, but Lucky Shot's turn was no worse, so their speed is identical, and Lucky Shot took the turn a bit cleaner, so he made up a little bit of time. That's a very aggressive line from Razorlight. Can he actually stabilize? No. Yes, he can, but at the cost of his speed.
Oh no, he gave it away. Lucky Shot, Spider here, all overtaking Razor on the important place for him. Mew as well. Gave away so many speed.
Div 1, those mistakes are off your Dopamine! Oh no!
Oh my days, he's typing as well. No, what is going on? Who is leading? It's actually Lucky. Oh my god. Lucky Shot
into first place.
Spider as well. Oh my god. Lucky with a win. 1:54.49.
Look at that pace though. That's the 3rd fastest time. That's only... Yeah. That's faster than any time Devil has set thus far.
Very strong.
That's insane.
But what happened, man? What a crazy round. A lot of huge mistakes. Stiko finishing 18 seconds behind Lucky. Holy moly. What is going on?
And that was almost not a blue round because of Dopamine's mistake, actually.
Yeah.
That could have gone either way. Lucky Shot leads the Div 1 field with 49 points.
Oh my god. Time to take more screenshots because this is very interesting. And
FKX, are you watching? Are you cheering for your boy?
Yeah. Let's go, FKX.
Points, but literally, as I say that, he makes a bit of a mistake. He's dead last in this round, but only 0.4 of a second. He can make this up.
All right.
Probably not going to be running for first place, but he can probably save maybe 4 to 5 points if he's looking good.
He touched again. Yeah. So he is far out.
Caster curse or what?
I think so.
I think so too.
Too bad for him, and now the other players, they see the one.
I can't be happy for my ex-energy teammate or he gets cursed. Wow,
Yeah.
that's just delightful.
All right.
We have to start trying to reverse the caster curse.
Oh,
Oh,
Racer.
Racer Light's doing terrible. Racer Light's doing terrible. He
Ay, 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 ay,
really
ay,
should
ay.
be doing better.
Not
The
something that we would expect
reverse
from
caster curse
him.
didn't work again. I mentioned him, and now he's in ninth place. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
But that is Razorlight usually very strong in the consistency, like we pointed out before, the FOTS duo Stico and Racer, but he's just not on point right now.
Really weird because Racerlight I think has more third place PTC finishes than anyone. Just
Yeah,
because he's always playing at an elite level. He might not have, peak times of Shimmy, Fluff, Dopamine, but he's always there with them.
he is there.
This is really uncharacteristic. But look at his Budala. That was almost like a speed slide coming out of
Yeah.
that. That means more speed than Dopamine. Can he actually beat him to the finish line?
Oh, let's see.
Ah,
His
Dopamine
exit.
obliterates him in that
Yeah,
turn.
insane.
Holy shit.
Devil almost with a, holy moly, Devil with a 45.01. That is insane.
That's 3 tenths faster than Dopamine's fastest.
Oh my god. Alright.
Whose round is this though?
Blue.
This is a blue round despite it all.
Wow. Alright.
Because Belma and Racerlight are nowhere to be seen and Stakey got sniped.
Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, very close round there by Spider.
Okay, so Devil now again putting on the fastest pace out of everyone. So he regains the lead, but the last time he did that, he had a bigger break than this and he gave it all away. So
yeah,
interesting to see what's going to happen at this point. Still all to play for between third and basically third and eighth place all have maybe an 8-point difference between a lot of them. So
yeah, that's
everything to play for. And
very interesting.
be good.
Did we actually not see a draw so far? Oh, lucky shot.
Lucky shot with a mistake,
Yeah.
and now you with a mistake as well. So they're not gonna like that because I think now Dopamine is gonna get past Lucky Shot, and I don't think he's gonna give up that position again. So that's gonna suck. I don't know. This is an interesting round. It's still looking balanced in terms of team composition. Devil leading again,
Yeah, he's
which
looking
is just
good. On
completely
fire.
asinine. Out of the top 12 times, Devil has 4 of them, which is pretty insane because
is
Dopamine
insane.
has 3 himself.
Yeah.
Between the two Danes, that's 7 of the 12 fastest times. Racerlight again,
Yep.
dropping back because of uncharacteristic mistakes. Bellman with a mistake. I don't know what's going on.
A lot of mistakes actually here. Didn't expect that before, but
Devil is more than half a second ahead of Dopamine. This could be another insane run.
let's see if he can keep it on here.
Can he actually do the first 153 on this map?
Oy.
I'm really interested.
Let's see. Yeah, he is actually on PB right now. He is.
His lead is increasing even further. This is an insane round.
Oh, he's on the same time. Let's see if he can actually push it. Oh, I don't think so. Maybe he can. No, he can't. But
That's
that is
another
very
154-0.
fast.
What
Wow.
the hell, man? It's a blue round though. It's
Yeah.
a blue round again, and that's
Again.
map point for blue.
Wow. All right.
So
what?
look at what has happened now. So you have 6 players basically. They're in the 50-point range or very close to it. Racerlight and Belmont are nowhere to be found, and Devil is just in a solitary lead. I think he's just been a class above everyone.
Yeah, he's doing very, very well. And I think, is blue team looking to close it out here or not? That is the interesting question.
Oh, but Racerlight going missing. Racerlight and Bellman are the problem point because they are far below everyone in team points.
Yeah.
And they are on Team Red, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
a big advantage to Blue because Lucky Shot, the person that we said might be a little bit inconsistent, well, he's third with 54 points and great times, and Mew is a solid 9 points behind him. So
Yeah.
Lucky Shot absolutely carrying. Focus with a stable performance, and Racerlight and Bellman under-delivering on map 1
Yeah,
means this could probably be a blue end right here.
Yeah, we see it with Dopa leading and Lucky Shot in second place. And now Devil trying to step up. maybe defend his team honor, but it's looking strong from Dopa here actually.
No, actually, Devil kind of wants the blue team to win this round because this retains his lead most safely, right?
That's true.
Why let it to chance of other rounds when you can just have the map end here? And look at this. 3 blues in the lead and Devil is right behind him. This is the perfect position if you're Devil right now.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, but no, he
not
crashes.
Anymore. Oh no.
Because for some reason he no drifted that turn and you can't take it that way. That's just...
Ooh.
I don't know what happened. Maybe an input error. I'm not sure what that was.
That is very ugly, and it looks like Dopa is actually on a godlike time. Yeah, he is on a 53 right now.
Not just that, but Dopamine will catch up. Dopamine could straight up just steal the map win from Devil despite being 10 points behind because of that one mistake. That's really, really bad. You know Dopamine's at first. Not going to be a better time than Devil's, but it's a 154-0 again.
Alright. And Devil finishing.
Dopamine cuts the lead to, I think, basically 1 point. So Devil had the chance to take a huge lead.
Wow.
And just completely gave it away. So that's not good. That's not great for Devil.
That is not great. What is actually great
He was the best player on this map, but it doesn't show nearly as much in the points as...
Yeah, that's true. And we see Lucky Shot actually finishing in the top 3 here. Is that interesting?
It really is, because that is ahead of Stake, ahead of Spider, ahead of Mew, ahead of Racerlight by 24 points.
Oh my days. Racerlight dead last. That is insane.
Racerlight didn't set a single 54. It's a very, very weird performance. Not sure what happened there.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm dropping down the points.
Alright. This is actually not the flat map. So the order changed here as well.
Switch up the order, yeah. That's probably fine. So, right now, no players, I think, except Racerlight and Belmont, have anything to worry about. Even Focus and Mew are in a position where they can kind of make it back with enough luck or good performances. Belmont and Racerlight are in a position where I think they're kind of locked into the bottom 4 spots now. Unless someone else really starts choking, it's going to be very hard. They're really far behind.
Yeah, that looks not too good from them. Bottom side of the
leaderboard. Because if Devil didn't do that thing in the last round, he would have double Racerlight's points.
Yeah. Wow, that is
insane.
That is insane.
Which is insane.
That is really
insane. It's insane when you think about it. Because you don't normally expect that kind of thing to happen. That's just really weird.
Yeah.
This map is, I mean, it's not the flat map. This is mostly a flat map. Let me make that abundantly clear. I'm not sure. On this map, it feels like the deciding corner is this sort of like jump into the sliding corner.
Yeah. Alright.
Because if you take it too aggressively, you're going to crash.
Like Dopa just did. Yeah.
But if you take it too, if you release your bleeding speed that goes for the next 4 to 5 checkpoints, you have to figure out perfect balance of aggression. Then in the flat turns at the beginning of the lap pool, you just have to nail it. There's no two ways about it. These are slow, flat turns, so it's your it's not so much your release timing as your trajectory that determines. So it's when you begin turning and not when you release that determines how you're going to drive these corners. So that's a nice test. Flat map is all about releasing at the right time. And this is all about turning at the right time.
Alright, so very important difference, as it is a 3-lapper, right, I think? Yes.
It is a 3-lapper, so you have 3 different chances to actually mess it up, and that's also going to be really interesting.
That will be very interesting, especially because it's, of course, kind of a blind drive for the players here. No practice at all. Only these warm-ups.
I will be back in 1 minute.
Alright, yeah, me too. We'll take a very, very quick break, guys. Check out the warm-up and we'll be back.
Okay, I am back. I'm not sure. I think Rema might have also taken a break, so I'm just going to take over casting until he returns. So, so far so good for most players. Lucky Shot, the biggest positive surprise of map 1, and Racerlight, probably the biggest negative surprise. Very interesting outcome of it all, and Dopamine managed to minimize his losses to Devil. Might have been a bit worse in times, but he made it up thanks to a very unfortunate late mistake by Devil. So this is the second warm-up. These are untrained maps. Players had no chance to practice them beforehand. We're going to see how they adapt to this now. These low-speed flat turns are going to be pretty interesting. See how the turning and the trajectory determines the outcome. So the players are finishing, and within maybe 15 to 20 seconds, we're going to be down with map 2, Division 1.
All right, back right in time.
Perfect. We caught up without missing a thing.
Very good.
A free lapper. Some very interesting outcomes on map 1. Really interesting to see if we're going to see the same thing here, because this is a completely different style of map.
All right.
I'm really interested to see how the order changes on map number 2.
All right. We'll be in the action, of course, here as we start with the very, very first round on map number 2, guys. There we go. So in total points, we see Devil leading after the first map, and the players continue on the second map here, trying to get as much points for themselves as they can, of course. So let's see how it plays out.
Okay, so look at the trajectory. Dopamine did something slightly different to everyone else, and he's just shooting ahead in the lead because his turn-in times are better. This jump turn, this is where the field just completely splits up. And you might think to yourself, well, wait a minute, we saw them far more split up on the last map, but differences are going to be far smaller here. The margins of victory and defeat and all that. Either taking a really bad line that's going to cost them a lot of time throughout this lap. You can see the exit is just not good. If the entrance isn't good, the exit can't be good either. If you lose the timing, it sucks. And Dopamine is just gaining more and more time just based off the turn-in timings.
Alright, so he's doing very well for himself.
But Lucky Shot is in second place, so this is not a fluke. He's actually here to compete and perform. And that's really great.
Very well done by him. Let's see if he can keep it up here.
That being said, though, this is a really balanced round. I think it might even go red if nothing else changes.
All right.
Oh, Devil makes a mistake. Oh, that's gonna set him behind, and that's gonna make it a blue round, I think.
That is hard.
Look at that! 8 drivers within so little.
Wow.
It's
just
a blue
like
round,
you said.
to be sure.
That is very interesting. Very close field, and the margins will be slim. So that is very interesting, and Devil indeed, with a costly mistake for him, last place there.
That's not going to work well for him, and this is where I want to see. This, to me, is literally the Racerlight kind of map.
Alright.
Who just crashed?
Yeah, I
that
didn't.
Was someone dropping out very
Devil.
That's Devil again.
No. Come on, Devil.
He was in the lead after map, but look at that. Last round of map 1. Then the following 2 rounds on map 2, I mean, what is going on? He puts so much pace into everyone, then he just drops it 3 rounds later, and that's really... It happened first when he had 40 points on map 1, then he did it again at the end, and kind of weird. Not sure what to think of it. But Spider as well, what was that? Just kisses the wall for no tangible reason either. Gonna keep himself in place, but he's gonna be out of the round because everybody else is within half a second.
Super close here, and we can see that nicely from this perspective.
You have to balance your risks here. You have to balance your risks. You have to just absolutely nail those flat turns and risk it in that jump into the banked section.
Yeah.
You take it too safely, you're not going to be competitive regardless.
All right.
Racerlight, this to me is a Racerlight kind of map. This is the exact type of map that I expect him to understand very well. Be very consistent at, and so far it's looking much better for him than map 1, that's for sure.
Much better. Of course, Dopa looks like he's flown in.
Lucky Shot is sniping everyone at the end. He might try to still make this a blue round. Not sure if it is, though. It's a red
did
round.
very
It's
well
a
here.
red round at the end. But Lucky Shot in third place again. That
Yeah,
is very,
nice.
very well done.
He's doing very good. All right. But Dopa in his own league, I think, here.
Yeah, he's just clearing everyone right now. And
Yeah.
Devil is 18 points behind him right now.
Oi, in last place with 2
Dopamine
points.
with 2 first place finishes,
Oh,
Devil
no.
with 2 last place finishes, and suddenly everything that Devil did on map 1, the absolute like mind-bending performance, it's all gone.
It's
There's
gone.
nothing of it remaining. Which
Now
is
we see
why
Dopa
this
with a drift,
format
though.
is so interesting. It just changes on a whim. Because these points that you've been taught to ignore as long as your team is winning, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You can't troll. Because solo ranking matters more than anything.
Very
right now,
true.
Lucky drops second place. Dopamine first place on this map drops. Spider looking like he dropped. Budala drops. It's a completely red round. Racerlight is in the lead.
Racer doing
Looking
very
good.
well. Yeah, that's looking very good. Red looking to almost ace it here.
And look at it. Yeah, so the FUTS duo is stepping it up again. They don't have the raw pace, it looks like, but their consistency is finally showing up in the way that we expected. And Racerlight has a huge comeback in front of him thanks to that map 1 performance. If he needs to begin it now, so it's very good that he's doing this. Someone with a huge mistake denies the possibility of an ace, but it's a solidly red round.
Yeah, this is looking
Racerlight
very
would
solid.
love that first place. He would love not to get sniped. He needs those points more than anyone in the field right now.
Devil!
Devil with another mistake.
No.
Oh no.
Was a huge one as well. Risk that he took that wasn't really necessary.
In the end, Racerlight is sniped by Mew. That's a very respectable time, almost close to Dopamine's. Very strong round from the leading trio. It's a red round, but barely.
They take it, but I love TMNF. Yeah, Devil with a bug there, but yeah. It's like you said before, maybe you can do it in TM2 or whatever TM, but here you might be punished.
You have to. Weird thing, right? When you play the modern Trackmania games where there is no Rammstein or the Rammstein is a bit more forgiving, you learn to take that risk, then you return here where you absolutely can't afford to do that in any way, shape, or form. Because of Devil and Belmont's mistakes, Dopamine being in the lead of that blue pack actually saved him the first place, but he's not going to be in there for long if this keeps up.
Interesting.
Early mistake for Mew. He's not doing that well, so Racer! Oh no!
Oh, he sent himself into the barriers after the start-finish jump there. I don't know what he did. But
when you end the lap with a lot of speed, you can just completely mess up the beginning jump and land yourself straight into a wall if you're turning in too heavily. Yeah. Might just be it still is a player mistake, but we'll see what happens.
And now the tables are absolutely turned because Racerlight is last. Dopa made a huge mistake, and all of a sudden, Devil
is there. Racerlight. Yeah, but the problem for Devil is this would be great if he didn't finish plumb last in 3 out of 4 rounds and second to last in the only round that he didn't finish last. So he's now in an absolutely dreadful position. So even though he wins this round, that's not going to mean a whole lot for him, actually.
No, he will take it.
I think we might have Lucky Shot and Stake in the overall lead right now.
We'll see. Yeah, because Racer is very far out, so he will drop Dopa as well. Let's see how the points...
There you go. Because of these mistakes, despite the first and second place, Belmont got sniped. That's actually what made it. Budala sniping Belmont made that a blue round.
Alright.
Really interesting.
And indeed,
now look at this. Devil is still in 9th place, and he still needs to win multiple rounds to come back.
Very far out here.
Dopamine and Lucky Shot in 3rd, so if Lucky keeps this up, he is going to not just stay in Div 1, he's going to collect a lot of points.
Yeah, he's a contender for seriously like a top 3, so he's doing very well. Oh, Devil with another mistake here. Will he make the jump?
What's going on, man? After that kind of map 1, he's just completely lost his mind. I don't know what I'm watching. Not sure what's up with Devil, but that's going to cost him all the lead that he assembled.
That is going to be hard.
Racerlight is now in a position where he can actually catch up all the 30 points he's behind Devil, which is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed,
Razorlight, though,
because
does need to not do what he did last round.
oh, though, and that was also very close. But we almost forget that Razorlight was so many points behind. Indeed, it's good that you pointed out because he is looking to take that back.
Well, the problem is exactly what I mentioned before. This is Div 1, so even though Razorlight is performing very well with 26 points, the problem is there is at least, every other player can also do that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You don't get points for free. So now that he's a whole 30 points behind the lead, that's just going to be very difficult to come back, even though he's performing very well. He's going to finish this round in second place
Yeah, in a
with
very
an
good time.
incredible time.
There we go.
But still, Racerlight has a huge road in front of him, and the Fox duo stepping it up. Problem is, the road ahead of them is very long.
Yes. That is very
Because see
true.
what happens now. Racerlight finishes 0.6 of a second ahead of Lucky Shot. That's a really powerful finish. He didn't manage to make up more than 2 points. He's still behind Lucky right now. And this is why dropping 30 points is actually terrible.
Yeah.
You can't guarantee that you're going to be making up these kinds of points very easily. Even though Racerlight's playing well, he's now 19 points ahead of Devil. He still has 10 to go.
Yeah.
Devil has been
Very
driving
true.
dreadfully.
Yeah, this is a disaster map for Devil up until this point.
And Spider as well, having an absolute stinker of a map with just 19 points to show for these rounds, crashing multiple times. That's just yikes.
Phew. That's
Not looking good because it's not like he was in a great position before. He was in a good position, but he
Yeah.
can't afford to do this because now he's going to be in big trouble after map 2.
Very true. He looks to upgrade his performance here, but very hard map for him apparently.
Bellman
As
dropping
Dopa.
again, only 23 points, and he had 38 last map. So Bellman might be demoting from Division 1 if there is a strong enough performance in Div 2.
Yeah.
That's not looking like a very good performance from him at all. And heading into the final lap, Dopamine is just clearing everyone by some margin.
Yeah,
He
Dopa
doesn't
is on
have the
fire.
fastest time. He's trying to fix that right away.
Yeah, we see it here. He's on a banger time, I think. Oh boy.
Lucas dropping the ball.
Let's
Looks like
see.
he's falling behind. Dopamine's time is
Yes.
the first
There we
1:30.
go. Wow. Nicely done by Dopa.
And Racerlight made a huge mistake. He's in 10th place.
Oh.
He dropped second. Oh no.
Oh my days, what happened there? There he is,
Oh, now that-
last.
I mean, yes, lucky. And this is what you needed to benefit from. Look at this. Lucky Shot crashed that round, +3. And Racerlight is now still behind him, with just +1.
Ha! That is insane.
You just can't allow yourself to do that. You really should be aiming to secure, 5 to 8 point rounds on average by just driving more safely. It's not worth risking.
Very true. It's actually
Because-
interesting to point out that Steaky, as you said, very, very good driver here, is the only one that can follow Dopa a bit in terms of points here. The rest of the field
But
is...
look at this. So Steak is almost a full second behind Dopamine in terms of fastest time. He's only 3 points behind.
Yeah.
This format where solo points count for everything, you have to be consistent. This is a test of consistency, not of pace. Devil's pace didn't help him at all. He's now going to be in deep trouble after map 2
Yeah.
because his consistency betrayed him.
Yeah,
And Steak been slower in the competition, but he's been very consistent. And that's going to reward him. You're going to see when I count the points for map 2, because the way it's looking right now, it's going to be very interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
Alright. Can't wait for the update already, so we'll see.
Look at this. It's just Steak and Racerlight, they're doing the right thing. You're not supposed to keep up with Dopamine. It's 0.3 of a second, but it's just 1 or 2 points if you're managing to keep hold of those second and third place position.
Exactly.
Just save that 10th of a second. Even if you drop a point by getting sniped, at least you got 5, not 1.
Exactly.
Devil again, dead last. He's dead last in points. He's dead last this round before Lucky Shot makes a huge mistake. I don't know, man. I don't like what I'm seeing. Spider with a just completely missing map.
Yeah, he's gone.
Lucky Shot now making several mistakes in a row. What looked really good for him is turning very sour.
Yeah, Mu
Devil
almost
dead
catching up
last.
with him.
Devil dead last. Dopamine put 34 points into him. And
Oi,
it's
oi,
only
oi.
3-4. Map point is nowhere to be seen.
No,
This is awful.
this will
This
go
is
on
awful
for a
him.
while.
Yes.
Aye.
Devil can start making up points now. This is going to. It's not just going to eliminate his lead, it's going to put him, I think, below 5th.
Wow. That would be insane after that performance on map 1. Meanwhile,
Looks like a
Racerlight.
mistake from Racerlight, but
Yeah.
also from Lucky Shot. So Lucky Shot's been dropping several rounds in a row. This is looking more like his usual self. He started off so good and he had everything to play for, but now he's dropping the ball. He's only lucky that Spider and Devil and other players are also having a bit of a stinker of a map.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
Devil,
players struggling.
that's a small mistake, but it's still gonna cost him because Doppelmayr is the one overtaking him, so you can't afford to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, Devil looking to minimize damage here. Oh! Eh? What did he do? I don't know what happened there. He braked or something. He slowed down. He lost second or third place and now thrown back into 8th place. I don't know what happened.
Lucky has given it up, so this is probably gonna be a red round. And that's I guess okay because it moves them closer to finishing.
Yeah.
But Lucky Shot, that's individually for him, that's awful.
That is very, very awful indeed.
It's awful for him because the map is going to come to a close and he's just lost like 20 points in 3 rounds. That's awful.
Oh, yeah, he's dropping down a lot.
Wait, it was a blue round. What?
Wow.
Because Devil dropped, it was a blue round.
Oh my days. Aye. So 4-4.
This map just keeps going on, and look what's happening. Doppelmayr and Stake, they're just breaking away because Stake is in second place so often. But his time is great, but on average, the other players can't keep up with it. He's just making the points stick.
Very, very nice. So indeed, like you say, Dopa, Stico, all the way at the top. And then we have a very interesting midfield, I think, with some players in the 40 range, where it can be pretty close.
Oh, is Devil last again? I mean, come on,
so.
mate.
Yeah.
This is a meltdown. Absolutely gone on map 2. It's not a map that you think he would be bad at. It's not, it's not like he's not good at this style of map. It's just individually something just switched off after map 1.
Yeah, it
Opaline
seems like
is taking full advantage of that. He's just going to storm into the individual lead in points very easily right now.
Will be very easy indeed. Devil with a lot of mistakes, even though he set
this
the
round
second
is perfectly. This round is still balanced.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, the times. Actually, I'm asking in chat how times compared to Div 2. It was much faster than peak Div 2 times, but on average, it was kind of even, just because of the mistakes people were making.
Yeah.
But peak times, the very best times, yeah, that was no contest there.
Alright, so Dopa closing it out here. 31 low.
That's a red round. That is a red round. Budala dropped off. Although Bellman got sniped by Focus, I still think it should be a red round. Unless I'm really mistaken. That's a red round.
There you go. Alright. So
Lucky Shot again, 9th place. It's just been, he went from 2nd place to 6th. Which is
he's
just,
in 6th. Actually
it's a
tied
colossal
with
jump.
New.
Because the players that were in the bottom 5 at the beginning of the map, they were so far behind, and Lucky's now down with them. This is really bad.
He actually has to fear to not finish last on this map. I mean, of course, Devil, he doesn't have a great showing here, but
he should be able to perform better than this. But then again, Spider is also kind of missing on this map. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Racer now in the outright lead, so he's trying to kick it up a notch, and he is safe in 3rd place. The problem is, unfortunately, that's not much of a margin to the people below him. If he was also in maybe like 65, 70 points,
that would be better.
Maybe that would make sense, but 56 is not enough of a lead. He kind of wants another 2nd or 3rd place finish, I think.
I think so. He's looking to do it here. Dopa again cruising. He is performing very well, Dopa here.
Amy having an off day. I mean, on the first map it looked good. Just the second map has been off, and we'll see if they come back. But yeah, it's currently not looking good for either Mew or Spider. I'm gonna see what happens now. I'm really, really weirded out by how this match is going right now.
Yeah, it's
Devil
stunning.
again in 9th place. I mean, what's going on?
Wow.
I'm so confused.
Devil is, I don't
Not
know.
sure if I mean, I know that mistakes are very tilting, but you can't let it get to you that much. Acerlight unfortunately got sniped at the end. He's only going to take 7 points from this round because Snake and Dopamine are again ahead of him, so he's not making up any time compared to them. That's not great.
He was hoping for more Razorlight, surely. This map is trolling, Devil says.
Okay, so this is map point red team.
All right.
If I'm any of the players, I kind of want the map to end now.
Yeah.
The weaker players want to cut their losses, and the stronger players are perfectly happy where they are right now.
Yeah.
If this just ended with a red round, it would probably be better for... It would probably be the best thing.
Alright, let's see if that will happen.
And how weird is it? How weird is it that Dopamine is... First, he has... Well, let me just check how many. He has 7 of the 12 fastest times on Team Blue, and he's still losing the team game.
Yeah.
So let's just say this. I said that the solo points matter the most, but you still get like a 1 position boost if you win as a team. That might save some of the red team players, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. That
might be the thing that saves Devil here, because
yeah,
in terms of points, this is a massacre. He's 51 points behind Dopamine.
Oi, oi, oi.
This
That
is
is absolutely insane.
That's just out of this world. Now, he's second in this round, but, you know, Dopamine's first. It's not helping you.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Let's hope he
Racer
can
like
close it
only
out one
5th.
time.
I mean, Racer like kind of hopes for more points, but if he can finish 5th, that would be good. The problem is, this is looking like a blue round, so this is probably going to continue.
Oh my days. There is
131.00. That's the second strongest time, but this is a firmly blue round.
Yeah, it's blue.
This map continues. That's
That is actually not good for anyone but Dopa, I think.
Basically, right? Is because he loves the fact that this map is going on, because he's just farming the rest of the field. This is the best scenario he could have hoped for, but for everyone else, it's a nightmare, because at this point, he's basically secured a win 2 maps in.
Yeah.
That's...
Now he has almost 100 points on the single map.
The fact that Stake is 15 points behind him, while being more than half a second behind his best time, it really goes to show you that most of the players seem to have missed the point of the scoring format.
Yeah.
They're just not playing in the strategically best way. I know that people don't play to play strategically the best. That's really boring, but I mean,
but it's important here.
When you're throwing like this, that's not really great to watch either. So
actually, Focus leading now, and Devil overtaking. Where is Dopa? Oh, he is close.
Yeah, Dopa just overtakes both of them.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. He was
Razorlight and Lucky Shot in last place, Devil in 8th place. So
that's just wait, Devil?
It's gonna be a blue, and the problem is, it's a blue round again.
Yeah.
This is just looking uglier and uglier for basically everyone in the field by the moment.
Wow, absolutely insane. Yeah, this is blue, almost an ace. Lucky Shot with, of course, a huge crash.
But this is basically the worst scenario you could have possibly envisioned, because it's a 10 player Division 1 instead of 8.
Yeah.
It's just being worse and worse for basically everyone that's not named Dopa.
Yeah, Dopa is laughing at this point. He's okay. Oh, and another 31 low. Very impressive.
I mean, this
time.
is just... He's dumpstering the entire field. Nobody else has made a 140 at all.
Yeah, that is insane.
I mean, out of the 12 fastest times, Dopamine has 9,
I think. Yeah.
9 out of the 12 fastest times. This is probably the single most thorough decimation that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he is obliterating, and Devil again, 10th place.
And you know what? If this was a team, if this was an actual team match, nobody would care because it's 6-6, 7-6. You basically haven't lost.
Yeah.
Because the solo points are what determines your end position in the division, this is woeful for everybody.
Yeah. Very true. Very interesting as well to see it like this.
My God, seriously. He almost has twice as many points as the 5th place person.
That is absolutely sick.
That's illegal.
Everyone hopes that this will not be a draw. That would be a disaster.
No, I don't think I can take that.
It could happen actually because we see
it absolutely could.
Red being closing in here on focus.
Devil 10th place again. I mean, come on.
Aye.
I mean, at this point, if you're him, you're so tilted by the fact you knew you were leading, you knew you have the pace, you're the second fastest man in the field, but you're 10th place in points.
That is
because
insane.
You keep repeating mistakes. Another 140. Oh my God.
Dopa with insane times here, and I think blue team closes it out.
That's a blue close.
There you go. Alright.
Okay, let's check the points after this, because 190.
119. Insane.
It's just insane. That's illegal. That's illegal.
That's banned. Dopa is a machine. Yeah, Dopa is actually a machine.
You can't do that, man. I swear to God. So let's count up the points and see how it's looking after map 2, because I think this is just going to be so interesting.
I'm very interested in the scores.
Okay, I just need to quickly calculate them. One actually made an impressive comeback. It went completely unnoticed, but he managed to make it far less bad than it could have been.
That is very true.
So let's go and calculate the points. Just give me a moment, because I cannot make a mistake here. Meantime, I guess you can let the audience know what kind of map we're in for next.
There we go. Yeah, so it's a flat map here, identical in every single way, symmetrical actually. So very interesting that we already saw it in Div 2. So now we know what we are playing. And Deft pointed out there very well that the turns here very tight. There is no good or bad way to take the turn. There's only basically one way, and we saw a lot of, I don't know, hesitations in Div 2, and it will be very interesting to see the Div 1 players chomp this one down, and let's see if they can be a bit more consistent in overall speed on this map. And of course, let's see Devil, there he is again. If he can make up some of the points that he just lost, because how many points did he lose to Dopa? I don't know, like 60 something.
I'm just going to tell you a few very ugly things.
Okay.
Just let me make sure that
watch out, chat.
Butcher something.
Put your filter on.
Okay, so this is really interesting. So we said Lucky is performing really well for his standards, right? So he had a great map 1, and then he kind of threw map 2, but still, he's performing pretty well. Dopa earned the same amount of points map 2 as Lucky did on both maps combined.
No, that is ugly. That is
Dopa
really
earned
ugly.
more points on map 2, more or equal points than 5 players.
Oi, oi, oi.
So he could have basically been AFK map 1, played map 2 like that, and he would still be top 5.
No way. All right.
That is the ugliest gap I've ever seen. So, total points. Devil, 121. Dopa, 187. Lucky, 119. Udala, 110. Spider, 125.
All right.
Aki, 151. Focus, 121. Mew, 112. Elman, 102. And Racerlight, 117. So it's really competitive in the 120 to 100 range. Then you have Seiki with 150 points and Dopa with 187.
Wow. Okay,
so Dopa and Seiki with huge leads.
Yeah, that is insane. And actually after 2 maps already, I mean, we are not done yet, guys. We still have 2 maps to play here, so the gaps are already huge. Wow, that is insane. That is very insane.
This is just mad. All the players were playing so well, and then Dopa just beats 5 of them with a single map. I don't even have the words to express how badly that turned out, because that
Yeah,
went to the maximum number of rounds it could have without any draws.
yeah, that was the worst thing that could have happened for a lot of players. The maximum amount of rounds played on that map with
I don't
Dopa
know.
on fire.
The server is frozen for me for some reason.
Oh, I'm actually still here. We have moving image, and you left the game.
I'm just gonna rejoin real quick.
All right.
What's up with that?
All right. In the
It's
meantime,
not very easy to cast on that.
no, that would be hard. But there you are again. Good.
Here to say, I'm glad I'm on keyboard here. You should be. Devil says the exact right thing.
Yeah.
Because this is a keyboard map.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you have such a narrow timing window to hit these turns. Controller is actually a disadvantage on this map.
Okay, that is very interesting. Very interesting. So Dopa on the KB, kicking it off here. Map number 2. 4 seasons for the BFNL here, and Deft just updated you on the solo scores. And we will take off here.
This is an interesting thing to note. It doesn't, obviously your points don't carry over into the next week. So the result in the division determines your, end score, but that's the only thing you retain. So it doesn't really matter if you win by 10 points or if you win by 1 point, right?
Yeah.
Now you have about basically 8 players that are within 20 points of each other. And we saw that if the maps go on for like almost any amount of time, that can easily be come back from.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough. Like, it's going to be sticky until the very end for 8 out of 10 players. Only Dopa and Steaky have like a big lead to rely on.
That is very true. So this will be full focus for everyone who is still here. As we see, Devil did not recover from map 2 as of yet, and he is in the bottom of the field here. Not
you know
looking
what?
too great.
His map 1 was so good. He's actually still almost, he's still in a very good position compared to others. But the problem is he can't survive another map like the one he had.
Exactly.
He needs to step it up ASAP.
Exactly. So he needs to do that right now. 6th place covers a bit of the damage. Dopa taking 1st place, 120.25. And I have to say, I don't know if that was very fast or not. I do not remember the div 2 times here.
Here's the interesting thing. This is faster than basically any div 2 time.
Alright.
The fastest div 2 time was Ekstrom's 120.0, but the problem is that the second fastest time in that session was a 120.6, also by Ekstrom.
Oh,
so
wow.
20.2 I think is faster than any consistent level in div 2.
Alright.
The problem is that the rest of the round looked basically like a div 2 round.
Yeah.
You with a
huge
spend.
Oh no. Alright, so he is gone.
But Budala also sent it, so it's 8 players in a running, and Stake looks like he fell behind thanks to some bad releases.
Yeah, and Stake
actually
got
in the
10th.
lead, but this time Devil is near. But oh, that's a mistake from Devil. That's gonna drop him multiple positions. You can't do that, man. Look at the points.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not sure that the players are aware of the solo score, that it's the main thing that puts things into perspective.
That would be a very big problem if that was the case, actually.
Because if they actually have no idea, that is going to be ugly.
That is ugly.
Really ugly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of players are playing like it's a team game, but it's not. It's a solo game first and foremost, and I'm not sure if they're even aware.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, I hope most of them are listening to the stream right now, but actually I don't hope that because I'm trash talking them way too much. That's not a good idea.
And caster cursing, so I don't know. It is hard.
That's actually
all right.
Mr. Like that's an important first place. He's not in a safe position. He's behind Devil, behind Lucky, behind Spider, behind Focus, actually. Not by much, but
yeah.
he needs to overtake them now. And ideally, he wants a bit of a buffer because the final map is going to be fun. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. But still on this map. Oh, I think he just hit the wall. No,
look
he
at
didn't.
this but look at this. It's one corner. Most of these people didn't crash. Lucky Shot is the only one that seriously crashed. Most of them just released badly. Look at what the result of that is.
Yeah.
So this map it's a simple flat map. There's nothing special about it. It's literally symmetrical both ways, but it's incredibly unforgiving.
Yeah, you see mistakes being made really carry
Even
into the
Dopamine
next
dropped
ones.
some speed right now, so he was minus 0.2. Now he's plus 0.1 because he missed a release.
Whew.
So nobody is immune to it. It's straight up impossible to do it consistently, 10 rounds in a row, right?
Yeah.
It's the question of how minor can you make your mistakes and you stop yourself from making too many. So Devil and me overtaking him now, and both of them really need the points.
They really need it. Let's see if they can keep
it
it
up.
up.
He touches the wall a bit. That means Spider might even overtake him. Final corner, can he snipe?
Oh, we can snipe it. No way. Same time, but Dopa on top. Wow.
This is actually interesting because 20.7, 20.8, 21.4 and weaker. That's straight up like a Div 2, Div 3 round.
Very interesting. Actually, what Dopa
Obviously,
said.
better consistency, but in terms of the times, there's nothing special about this except the very top, and I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
This isn't a super top-heavy Division 1. Like, it should be way more balanced than this.
Yeah, that's very true. Because we looked at the teams, right, at the start. And that was...
Okay, so there's already 3 to 4 players out, and we basically just begun. So Devil made a mistake, Budala made a mistake, Focus made a mistake. Small release at least, so they didn't crash outright. Might be good for them.
Alright. Devil able to reclaim and
oh my god, Dopamine Space, what the...
Oi. He's on a roll here. Devil
that's like Ekstrom's fastest round. Oh my lord. Ooh. This keeps getting faster. What the...
Devil will overtake him here.
This is an insanely quick round from both of them.
Oh my days.
Dopamine just keeps increasing his minus. What the hell?
What is this? What am I witnessing here?
He's straight up hitting everything with perfect timing. How do you have the patience for this? How do you... What? Okay, he bleeds off about a 10th of a second, but this is going to be a 119.
Oh my days. No way. Oh my god. And Devil made a mistake in the end. No way. He was so close to Dopa. Ah, man.
119. Sweet Jesus.
A 19.8. Wow.
2/10 faster than Ekstrom.
That is insane.
But compared to but look at this. The average pace is straight up Div 2, Div 3.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really confusing.
Very true.
Straight up though. This is a weird map. I'm telling you how much. Oh, somebody got noob trapped.
Yeah.
Oh
was
no.
It? Oh, it was Budala. Yeah, he missed.
He's already dead last on this map. Mirakonov and now Budala. This map straight up.
Yeah.
Just killing them all.
DGF slaughter.
They really have performed well. I gotta give it to them though.
Yeah,
absolutely great performance from them all. But it's really hard to keep up because, well, sometimes you get maps like this, and how are you supposed to prepare for this? Untrained is kind of a timing challenge. Okay, Dopamine releases. Look at this. So there are players that can keep up with him, but the very next corner they drop because the pace is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dopa said it in chat as well himself. If you miss one turn, it will carry you into the next multiple turns. And
exactly.
Said,
so if you lose your flow once, your round here is over. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Most players, if they had a perfect round, they would reach, that kind of 19, 20 time, but they would hunt for it for maybe like an hour, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Their consistent times would be somewhere around the 120 range, or maybe even low 121s. Oh, Devil, no!
Oh, no. He was on a very good time, because this will be another...
Was on a great time.
Yeah.
Because look at this, Dopamine almost made a 19. Devil was on pace.
Devil was very quick.
Yeah, but to be fair, at least he got a +8 out of it. So it's not the end of the world for him.
That is
Still,
true.
Though, he's he's 14 points behind Dopa. Now 16 points. So it's just bankers.
Dopa again.
Okay, so Razorlight with 42. This is the beginning of what he needs to do. Because Stake is far ahead of him right now, and Razorlight can make that up in one fell swoop and secure second place overall in the solo ranking.
Wow. Yeah, he's doing...
Razorlight had a terrible start, but he's recovered pretty well. This is a good enough recovery. Maybe not ideal on that second map, but right now he's taking advantage of most of his opportunities, I think.
Ooh, but Racer had to
Master
drop
Curse,
down.
I know. Master Curse, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to keep talking about some player. The problem is I just keep cursing them in turn. Now Mew drops.
Mew is gone, and let's shut
And
up
Mew is dead
about
last.
Devil.
Mew
we go.
is dead last. Mew is dead last.
Oh,
That's gonna be
no.
pretty ugly for him because Mew is actually not standing very well in the solo ranking.
Yeah.
Now he's dead last, although he has a 120 time. He just can't finish a round to save his life. And
Yeah.
that's not gonna be very good. So we're gonna see what happens. Devil and Dopamine competing for first place. This is another insane pace round.
Very good.
Either of them finish the time. Devil, oh my lord.
Oh my
This is gonna be the fastest time outright if he can finish it.
This is it. No, it's not it. Oh my god. No.
And that was still a 19 from Dopamine. So how fast was that?
Devil was like almost on a 119.7 or something. I don't know. He was in front. Oh my god.
There is a really ugly thing happening right now, which is blue team is stomping this map. And that's going to be pretty bad because we again have a huge points differential between the top like 2-3 and the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Razorlight through last round finished 9th, and that's gonna mean he's actually being caught up to in a pretty significant way.
Yeah.
Mew is nowhere to be seen. The rest of the field is kind of from Spider to Lucky Shot is kind of balanced.
Yeah.
It can still. This is going to be. I think there might even be at the end of it all. If it stays this close, we might even have ties in solo points, and I have no idea what's going to happen in that case.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
I'm not sure how they break that. I don't know the rule book.
Yeah.
Well enough.
Maybe somebody in chat can update, but that will be for later.
So wait a minute, Dopamine right now is 0.2 of a second faster than that 119.
And
how
Devil
fast can they go?
Yeah,
how
this
fast
is
can they go?
insane. They
They're
are
straight up hunting.
hunting mode.
There's no two ways. There's no two ways about it. They're straight up hunting.
Oh my god.
This pace is insane.
Oh, Devil with a small mistake, but Dopa.
The problem is that's not even a mistake. He's actually going too fast. You can't make the turns anymore. He's
very true.
Blitzing the map.
Oh my
blitzing the map.
Devil almost a second faster than his PB at the moment. Holy moly. 0.77.
That has to be a 19. Razorlight with a mistake. That's going to drop him a lot. That's not great. That's not great for his chances of...
Oh no! What did he do? What did he do? No! Even Dopa goes completely mental. What happened? What did he do? Oh my god. Deft cam is frozen into complete mind blownness. Yeah. Oh my days.
What do you mean?
It was auto slide. Oh no.
Well, the problem is, as if that wasn't bad enough, that also made the round blue.
Oh no.
Which means he just messed his head up.
No man. Oh, that's too bad. Jesus Christ. Oh.
But that's the ugly thing about this format. If you mess up a round, it fucks you over twice.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my.
It's really bad. That's really bad.
Man. And now blue is on a match point, so the map might be over already. Very fast.
And it's gonna be over because they're looking to ace red team basically.
Oy,
Devil's the only one that has any kind of pace. Razorlight and Stake made early mistakes. Dopamine's, I mean, come on. Just Devil couldn't finish that time. Please, Dopa, don't do this to him.
Oh no.
No, you're not 3/10 of a second up, man. No.
Oh my god, there
Oh
he
no,
goes.
he's about to do it again.
Yeah.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Oh, he goes.
What the
No
fuck?
way, he keeps
No,
going up.
no.
3-7.
Please, no.
3-7,
I think he
3-3.
released
There
a
you
bit.
go. Oh my days,
He
little
even released a
releases.
bit at the end. That's illegal, man.
Oh my god. Dopa laughed all right.
You can't do this to
Oh
him.
man. Oh, I feel sorry for
Devil-
Devil. He is just out of the
Devil
world.
crashes 3 times and then Dopa just decides, hey, this is how you do it.
No, this is insane.
No,
Alright,
this is
that was
just
the
so
map.
ugly.
Oh my god.
That was the ugliest map I've seen in my life. Oh my god.
Oy,
That's just not real, man.
oh my god.
I swear to God. Okay, so let's count up the points.
Oh,
I'm losing, you know.
yeah, this was absolutely insane.
This was just a comment.
That is insane.
Reina. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How unlucky can one man be? I swear to God.
Oh man, what a map.
Okay, so let's tally up the. Okay, so I'm gonna tally up the points.
You're gonna
You
tally
can
up the
leave them.
points. We are gonna look at the map here, which I think we didn't see so far, did we?
Yeah, this is the last new map. Yes.
Yeah, the
This
last
is
new
the
map, and
fourth
actually-
and final map of the evening.
Yeah, the last map of the evening, guys. So map number 4, BFNL Div 1. So let's see what this looks like. We're gonna ride off with Dopa here. Let's see what kind of map we have as a little dessert to what we already got, because that was absolutely insane. All right.
Okay, the points are looking hella interesting. I'm just gonna say that. Let me just finish typing these in.
Yeah, we can get the update in a bit,
This-
guys.
This is looking. Some things are unfortunately, some players are looking slightly done. Other players, though, are going to be fighting until the bitter end.
All right.
We're going to see. Let me just do 3 more players.
Some interesting points in this map, I think. Some interesting sections with a jump, which is also always
This is
very
going to be
interesting.
Rammstein heaven.
Exactly. We already
is
saw
gonna
it
be
with Dopa there, almost catching it.
Okay, so, oh my god, what happened at the top of the division? This is illegal. Okay, so we have a new points tally. So heading into the final map, let's get this. So in no order specifically. Devil, 161 points.
Okay.
Dopa, 264.
No way.
103 points above Devil.
Jesus.
That's just illegal.
That's illegal.
So Devil, 161 points. Dopa, 264. Lucky, 155. Udala, 140. Fighter, 178. Fake, 196. Focus, 166. You, 136. Bellman, 132. And Racerlight, 175.
Wow. All
But
right.
what the interesting matchups remaining are. Bellman and Budala are fighting over last place currently in the solo ranking.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Bellman is currently dead last. Mew is slightly ahead and Budala is slightly ahead of Mew.
Okay.
So those 3 are going to be fighting to avoid last place.
That will be an interesting fight to witness. That will be very
Then,
interesting.
in the midfield, we have Lucky at 155, Devil 161, Focus 166, Racerlight 175, and Spider 178.
All
There's
right.
basically 5 players which are going to split 3rd to 7th place, depending on what happens, and Spider and Racerlight are looking like favorites to secure 3rd and 4th, respectively.
Yeah.
And then first place is, I don't even think Dopa can physically lose this. And Stakey looks to be pretty safe in second place unless he really chokes.
So how much points does Steaky have to third
196.
place?
So he has
96.
18 points to Spider and 21 points to Racerlight.
All right. That should be
So
doable for him.
yeah, I honestly think he can probably secure second place, which is a massive finish in Div 1.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Really interesting is that Budala, Mew, and Bellman are fighting for last place.
Yeah.
So, Mew fighting for last place. What are we? I mean, what? And the problem is, Mew was actually in a good position after 2 maps.
Yeah.
He had a meltdown on the third map and finished dead last by some margin.
Very true. So that will be very interesting to see.
So Mew melting down on the flat map. Dopa got noob trapped to start us off.
Alright.
Okay, so he's giving them a chance. Let's see what the rest of the field looks like now.
Let's see. Oh, huge crash.
Rammstein bugs.
Well.
Yeah, Rammstein bugs are gonna happen a lot.
Yeah.
Spider. The problem is, Spider could be fighting for third place with Racerlight, but the problem is he's not that far away from 4th and 5th and 6th, you know?
Yeah, that's very close. So
all the places from 3rd to 7th are basically up in the air. It's only the first 2 that are kind of set in stone. Then there's also a freeway fight for 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Alright.
Looking good so far, but it's looking like a heavily red round, except Lucky Shot, who's in the lead.
Yeah, Lucky
because
Shot.
it's his map. Because it's his map.
Okay.
So this is a bit of a cheat, as we would say.
Yeah. Okay, so now we understand what is happening here, and you can instantly see it. Lucky Shot on his own map, trying to take the first position.
To be fair, though.
Rest of the field is pretty close still. I mean, Racerlight right behind.
To be entirely fair, Lucky is currently the one in the worst position in that 3rd to 7th battle, so I guess fine. I guess it doesn't count as much, but
yeah,
we'll see. Despite the fact that Dopa literally got noob filtered, Spider is not even gonna finish and get a point.
Oh
Dala
my days, yeah.
Dead last. It's a heavily red round, and Racerlight has got a huge boost in his fight for 3rd place.
Yeah, because where is the rest of those 3rd place competitors? He did very well there.
The Spider is the one he's directly competing against, and he now has a 9-point lead. That's huge.
That
with
is
only
really
a few,
huge.
because you have no idea how many rounds are remaining. So, if you're Spider, you want this map to prolong and Racerlight to make mistakes.
Yeah. Well, that didn't happen in the first round on this map. Actually, the
Spider
opposite
just
happened.
straight up missed the turn. He had a really good start, but he lost all his speed because he straight up missed the turning point.
And a lot of crashes.
Racerlight is in the outright lead, so he had a very slow start, but he's absolutely, firing on all cylinders now, and he might. That was too fast.
Yeah.
He might get jinxed again.
Oh no! All right, so Dopa overtaking, and Racerlight drops all the way down into 9th. And where is Spider now?
He's only in 6th place. It's not the end of the world. So this is, and don't forget, Spider didn't actually get the point. He didn't finish last round. So Racerlight has a bigger advantage than he thinks. And Lucky Shot looks like he's gonna give Racerlight another point. So Spider basically didn't get anything out of this.
Spider.
There is. Dopa might with a mistake.
Yeah.
Small but meaningful, because I think that seals the round for red.
Yeah.
Does it though? Oh, Budala is out. Yeah, that's a red round.
It looks like it. There you go. So Spider 5th and Racerlight 7th.
Stakey just made a big move towards securing that 2nd place. He's not even being threatened by anyone right now. Looks like he's going to be taking 2nd unless something really bad happens. But here's the interesting thing. Mew is basically securing himself 8th place because Bellman and Budala are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they are gone.
3rd to 7th place is looking really interesting.
Alright. Very good.
I really wonder how that's going to come out in the end, because some players, I don't know. It's going to be interesting till the end. That's all I'm going to say. The only places which are kind of out of doubt right now are
1 and 2.
1st and 2nd.
Yeah.
1 and 2. That's the only thing we have basically for certain, and technically Stakey isn't certain yet, but the way he's playing, not a problem. Mew now chokes away what could have been another pretty safe round for him because Budala and Bellman aren't looking, really good. So he can't afford to do that. And now Budala makes a mistake. Maybe Mew can still scoop him up, and Bellman makes a mistake. So Mew just gets gifted a freebie again. Hopefully he's in a position to capitalize.
All right.
I think he got Bellman. He got Lucky Shot. And he might get Budala. So Mew minimizing his losses from a bad mistake. Stake looking good on this map. Looking good to secure second place.
Well, Lucky Shot is still here. Oh no, Lucky! Where is he? Okay, he finished third.
He finished.
Very
This
good.
is another red round. Is it a red round, actually? Yes, it is.
It is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
The fourth place of Racer Light, yes. So this is interesting, man. Because I don't know what the team score is. That's going to influence things a lot because Blue stomped the last map, but now Red is stomping the final map. I have no idea how the past ones win.
That is true. I didn't keep track
because
of that.
That's also going to boost people up by effectively one position.
Yeah. Wow. Alright, so Red Team 0-3 here. Performing very well.
So far, so good. It looks like Mew is the clear favorite in the fight for 8th place, and it looks like Stake is clear to take second, and Racerlight currently leads the race for third. He's far enough ahead of Spider. Yeah. Spider was in the most favorable position, but he's playing pretty badly on map number 4. Mew leading this time. The red rounds just seem to be coming through. Like, Dopamine's going to do his best to stop him, but I don't think he has the teammates for that kind of thing unless
look at this.
Red begins crashing. So this map might be over very quickly, and I don't think that plays into the favor of a lot of these players who are kind of hoping to save their early mistakes by prolonging the fight.
Yeah, exactly, but it looks
because
like...
Spider is in a terrible position now, because it's not just that he's losing third place, he might actually lose more than just one position in the solo ranking, because he's being kind of demolished.
Racer like mistake though. 10th.
That's gonna be bad. Mew with a huge mistake now, giving up a round for no reason, really.
Yes.
That was just a straight up choke for Red, which I don't know what the point of that was, honestly.
They were almost acing, but then they weren't.
I mean, this plays into the favor of the people currently losing these battles for positions. That you know what the ugly thing is now? With this mistake by Racerlight and Spider being nowhere, it's actually Devil who can take third place in solo rankings.
Wow.
Because he's absolutely smurfing, and all of the players competing with him that had advantages are just dropping like flies.
Yeah. We didn't really see that, but he is first in
Devil
points here. So
Devil can't catch up with second place anymore because he lost the second map too hard, but he's looking good for third place, I think.
That would be a pretty huge comeback for him.
Yeah. He's too far behind Stake. It would have to be stuff of miracles for him to come back.
Yeah. And
the way things are looking right now, he performed well up until this round, but now I'm not sure. He's 10th place, and I think he might only be able to get like one place back. Not ideal, but he should be safe in second. Oh, Racerlight dropping again. Yeah, now this is interesting. I think both Racerlight and Spider are going to drop behind Devil in the rankings.
Yeah, because
and Lucky Shot can also... Lucky Shot, he's really far behind both Spider and Racerlight, but right now he's putting a lot of points into both of them.
Alright, there we go.
That +9 for Spider is huge. Yeah, that +9 for Spider is huge.
Because where's Racerlight? He was 10th. Wow, okay, so that he closes. There we go. So Spider
we actually have a really, really weird fight for third place where Devil was I think almost 15 to 20 points behind them, but he can make that up.
Yeah, he's doing it.
In fact, he actually has made that up to at least one of them.
Wow.
If Devil keeps playing like this, he's going to come from behind and make up how many? Actually, he's going to overtake 3 people in the solo ranking. He was behind Focus up until this map. Now Devil can jump Focus, Racerlight, and Spider if he keeps smurfing like this.
That would be sick. And he is doing
it. So the fight for 8th place was Mew, Budala, and Belmont, but now that Mew is kind of getting ahead of both of them, it's it's straight up just Mew in 8th place, I think. It's going to be Budala for Bellman for the lowest. Unless something changes. It's not done yet. Mew isn't so far ahead.
Yeah, the map is not over. I mean, blue took 2 rounds. And
But
red...
look at this again. Devil is again top 2, so this is looking...
And Spider is leading here. And
Spider is
again,
leading, but the
Razorlight
problem...
9th. Wow.
Spider is leading, but the problem is that Spider already dropped 21 points to Devil in the span of this map. He's not safe to him at all anymore.
Yeah.
Not safe to him at all.
Ooh,
This is not only gonna be a blue round. That's bad. I mean bad. Along the map, Razorlight is gonna hate that because he just made several bad mistakes in a row. He's gonna be dropping several positions.
He's almost last right now in points on this map.
I think Devil might have straight up taken 3rd place right now. Look at what Devil is doing this map. So this time it's him with 5 to 6 fastest time. So this is finally the performance we expected. Fastest time and best consistency. Finally, I don't know how he was so streaky in one match. First he was demolishing on the first map several times, then choked twice. Second map just vanished. Third map choked multiple times, and now he's smurfing again. It's so confusing.
Yeah, it's insane.
Because most people can't recover from tilting like that.
Yeah, and
he has that ability, which is so impressive.
Yeah. And he is doing it right now. And again, Spider here is also looking very good on this map. I don't know what he did in the start, but he's looking solid right now.
Yeah, but unfortunately the problem is he already dropped way too many points.
Yeah.
So the lead that he had, yes, he's now ahead of Razorlight in the 3rd place battle, but Devil overtook him. That's the ugly part.
Yeah.
You know what the actual even uglier part is? If Stake has a really bad map, he can lose 2nd.
That would be sick. But
because if Devil keeps finishing first, but he's 8th in this round and Devil is 1st.
Oh,
This is not a done deal.
They both touched, so Spider takes it.
Okay, Devil dropped 5 points at the very end. He was leading up until the last corner, so this is huge for Stake. Actually.
Alright.
It's huge for a number of players. This map is actually playing out really weirdly.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
Oh, the problem for Razorlight is that he has now dropped so many points. I have no idea where he's ended up in the solo ranking.
Yeah, he could drop a lot.
He can thank his lucky stars. Focus was only 9 points behind him. Fortunately, Focus isn't pulling on him, but I don't know.
True.
Razorlight was, he was technically 3rd in the solo ranking before this map, and now it's looking more like a 5th place finish, maybe even 6th place, which is really bad at the end.
Yeah.
That first map is going to come back to haunt him because it looks so good. But here's the other problem. Stake is 10th again. Devil is 2nd again.
Oh no. Will that actually happen?
This can, and it's looking like a blue round, so this is the ugliest possible scenario for Stake. He started this map out super well. It looked like 2nd place was safe, but the way Devil is playing right now, and the way Stake is playing right now, it's actually not done.
It is not done indeed. And ooh, Devil, that was very ugly. Drops a lot of places. Oh, and he touches as well. Oh my days.
So Stake is tanking his lucky stars because Devil just dropped about 10 points in the span of 2 rounds that he could have put into Stake. So
yeah,
Stake is really lucky right now. This is weird to say because he has been like the most consistent player except Dopamine all night, but on this particular map, this is really lucky for him.
Wow.
At the very last moment, this actually comes in his favor. And look at what Spider is doing now. So Spider has managed to take advantage of these errors by finishing +8 and +9.
Well done by him.
Now Spider has again put himself in a safe position. So Devil dropping those 10 points also dropped his chances of sniping 3rd place for now.
Wow. Yeah, but the map is still not over. 4-4.
And this is going to be tense until the end. I have no idea how these scores are going to end up looking, but this is going to be really, really, really interesting.
This will be interesting indeed. So many more.
Spider. Okay, Stake crashed again. So.
No way.
But I think the fact that Devil dropped those 10 points, I think it's safe. I think it's safe.
You never know, man. We've
But
seen
if Devil
crazy
had
teams.
actually finished, +8, +10 in the past 3 rounds, then Stake would be in danger. But
Yeah,
I
that's true.
think that for now, he's evaded the worst of it all. And more importantly for Spider, he stepped it up huge right now. So he's saving himself here right now.
Yeah, he's doing good.
He managed to clear Razorlight, and right now he's managing not to, bleed too many points to Devil.
Yeah.
Spider currently, unless something weird happens in this round, Spider looks to have regained control of third place in the solo ranking.
Yeah. All right.
Udala, unfortunately, looking like he's gonna end up in last place, dead last.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is important. The snipe plays out in Devil's favor. He's +9. Spider is +7.
Ah, there you go. All
Actually
right.
plays in his favor because it's still marginally unsafe.
So 5-4 here.
This is gonna be brutal until the end. Razorlight is the only one that's out of it. But the problem is, he's so far out of it, you have no idea how much he's dropping.
Yeah, it's
I think he might straight up end.
this map.
This is an ugly time to vanish as Razorlight. He started this map off fine, but then it just went to shit. And look at his Spider in first place, so he is.
No,
what happened?
Don't do it, man. Don't.
Come on.
Just don't do it. Oh my days, no. And now Razorlight is leading, so oh my god. Spider.
And just as you said it, he almost rammed it out. We can't say a name, man.
Yeah, that's sick. Oh my days. Alright. So Spider gone.
Wait a minute. I don't know how this plays out, actually. Spider would really want someone to crash right now. He really needs every point he can get.
Yeah.
Devil just made his way to first.
Devil.
Wait, we're actually. Oh yeah. First to 8th is bad enough that this actually comes out wide open. Oh my days.
Devil takes the
That's
+10.
Look at this. +10 with the third fastest time, only 300ths of a second.
Very, very nice time. Well done.
Okay, so Spider got a +4. That saves his skin, but barely.
Alright.
This is wildly unsafe for Spider. He needs to no longer drop any points. Any points at all.
Alright, so no mistakes anymore from the Frenchman. Let's see if he can do it. 5-5 right now.
Because if Spider does any more mistakes, with what happened to Razorlight, Devil will take his place.
Alright. So he needs to defend it. Let's see.
So the Spider and Devil, pay attention to these two players. This is the fight going on right now. I think Stake is... actually... I'm not sure he's clear at all, but I don't know. We'll see. Right now, Spider and Devil, pay attention.
So Devil a little bit behind, and Spider looking good.
If you're Spider right now, you can't drop that chance. Take the +5 if you have to, but you have to finish this round ahead of Devil.
Yeah.
This is the only thing you care about right now. You must finish ahead of him. You cannot afford any more margin.
He cannot make any mistake right now. Behind.
Doesn't matter if he finishes 4th or 1st. Relatively speaking, he just has to finish ahead of Devil.
Exactly. So Budala.
But it's going in his favor. But I think it's going in his favor. Because Razorlight dropped and Dopamine might not be able to catch up to Spider.
It is looking good for him.
Okay, he just has to finish. Really important. Doesn't matter if he gets sniped.
Alright, there we go. +8 Spider.
So he does it?
+3
so that...
Devil.
Yeah, +3 is... That's not good. Not good at all. 6-5, so it's now... Is it 5-5 or 6-5 actually?
It is 6-5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in an ideal world, Spider really wants his team to win this round, and him to finish ahead of Devil.
Yeah.
But if Spider does something like, I don't know, +1 to +10 of Devil, that could skew things.
That
or if it goes to a last round, that could also be ugly.
Yeah. Then anything could still happen.
And Stake would also ideally want to not bleed any more points to Devil. I think he's still safe in second, but he kind of wants to no longer be dropping points.
And Devil wants it to go on, basically. He needs
Yeah,
the points, right?
Devil wants to finish ahead of Spider, and he wants another round to make sure.
Exactly. So let's see
That
if
would be
Red
ideal
Team
for
can
him.
do it.
Look, it's not looking bad for them at all, because it's not looking bad for them. I don't know, slightly dropping, but I don't think it's a mistake. It's straight up just pace deficit.
Yeah. Oh, Steak is out.
Okay, so Steak... No, but Steak is out, and that's the bad thing, because this blows it wide open.
Yeah.
Devil is still second, and it can still be a red round. It's looking pretty blue to me after Steak's mistake.
Yep.
Should be blue.
It
So
is
Spider
blue.
just needs... Spider should finish now. If he finishes now...
Oh no, Devil! Oh
no.
My days, he crashes out.
And that's a blue round, and Spider is out by the skin of his teeth.
Oh my days.
Fuck.
Oh.
Okay, let's count the points. Let's count the points and find out what the solo ranking is.
All
Stay
right.
tuned. Stay tuned, because we're calculating who came in what place now.
Okay, guys. Stay tuned.
Hey, guys.
There you go. Calculating.
Stay tuned. I need just a little bit to get this done. Okay, so let's put the points together and see what the results of Division 1 are.
Let's go. Very much looking forward to the results. It was a very, very good Division 1 here that we saw. Some very interesting fights. And an interesting concept.
Miss anything too badly while jotting these down over the span of 4 maps. Okay.
There we
have
go.
them, and now let's plug them into the calculator and see what it throws at me. Okay, this is gonna take a while.
Trying to stay into the match here. There we go. Whew. Oh, that was intense. Man, those fights were insane. I hope you liked it, guys. A lot of you here actually, so good to see that.
So just stay on the stream. I promise the solo rankings are worth staying, because that's the one that we actually care about at the end of every stage.
We want to
BFNL.
know. Hello,
So,
Lucky Shot.
let's see how the players did. We've been keeping a close eye. Okay, let's see what happened.
All right, guys. Still calculating. Stay on the stream. Yo, Mew, welcome to the stream,
So,
my man.
Five more players I have to check.
Blue did win the team game. I don't know. We really didn't keep any track of the team points. So
this is interesting. I really hope this was a typo on my end, because this is interesting.
Uh-oh.
This is really, really...
Oh, Blue won all maps. All right. Yo, Devil, welcome to the stream as well. We're just calculating the points, guys. Well, actually, I'm not doing anything, but Deft is on it for you.
This is gonna be... I completely missed this when I was casting the last map. There's actually something really... Oh no. Really? Hold on.
What happened?
Okay, so final point scores.
All right.
Opa is first, 349, just a dominant victory. Nothing to be said here.
Okay.
So let me just plug this in one last time, because I want to be sure that I didn't mess something up here. This would be really weird if it happened now.
All right. Run it twice.
I'm going to run this twice, because this is interesting.
Stiko, welcome to the chat, my man. This was so sweaty. Yeah, it was a sweaty div one.
Okay, so we have a shared second place between Steak and Spider, 255 points. Devil, third place.
What?
248.
What? Shared second?
Shared second.
Holy
yes,
shit.
In the end, Spider managed to catch up on the final map.
No way. Holy shit. All right. We didn't...
Devil is third. I mean, third if you count the shared second. 248 points. That second and third map are going to kill him. He was only 7 points behind shared second,
wow.
Even with all those mistakes. After that, we have Lucky in fourth, if you count shared second, with 238 points. Last map, huge on his own map.
Nice. All right.
Racerlight dropping down to fifth, if you count shared second, with 229.
All right. Fifth for
Then
Racer.
comes Focus, 216. Mew, 194. Budala, 192. And Bellman, 185.
Wow.
If I counted that right, and the admins are probably going to offer the official count, but as far as it stands, we have shared second between Stake and Spider, Dopa first by almost 100 points, and Devil in third.
Wow. That is absolutely insane. The shared second place, I did not expect that. We did not pay attention to that.
I'm just gonna paste the calculations in the NASCAR Discord so they can just see for themselves in the BG Discord for that.
All right. Yo, Cypher.
Public talk, and you can tell me if I missed something, but that's what it comes out to. I might have mistyped. Feel free to double check, but yeah, looks to me.
All right.
Like this is looking all interesting. So I guess we can probably, knowing the results, we can recap the night. So he just kicked into monster mode on map 2. 119 points on a single map is mind-blowing. He could have straight up AFK'd map 1 and still been first by more than 30 points.
That is insane.
Dopa just absolutely... And it's incredible because Devil was very close to him in pace, or even better on some maps.
Yeah.
Devil finished 101 points behind him.
Oof. That is
ugly. That is just ugly.
That is absolutely insane.
Lucky with an incredible performance, although it has to be said that he gained a lot of points on that final map, which is his own map. So
yeah,
I don't know. It kind of weirds it out.
That's true.
But still, he was performing very well, particularly on the first map. And yeah, third map was a bit ugly, but it is what it is. Probably the weirdest position of the night for me is Mew with only 194 points. Like, we knew Racerlight had a bit of an inconsistent night. Maybe Spider also did a few mistakes, and Devil had probably the most disgusting luck I've ever seen. And Mew finished 8th, but by the skin of his teeth, because he almost finished straight up last.
Yeah.
Not very good for him.
It's not what we expected.
In the end, Bellman was last, yes. Bellman was last.
Yeah.
Udala 9th, Mew 8th.
All right.
And then we go further down the order. So
what
Focus
is...
with a good performance, although unfortunately on that kind of last map, Focus was solid on every map. Picked up a lot of points, but honestly, I think it was just straight up pace for him and not a lack of consistency. Even with all the mistakes the better players did, he was still, 216 points. Clear of the bottom, but not much more than that. So respectable Div 1 performance, but if he's going to stay there, he's going to have to be a bit faster next time.
Yeah, that's true. But I think in this field, Focus will be happy with that 6th place. Because he could easily have been 10th.
Really unlucky. It's really unlucky that it happened the way it did for Stakey, because he absolutely blitzed map 2. He was good on map 1, but then on the final 2 maps, just finishing a few more rounds would have secured that 2nd place for him. And to me, he was clearly the 2nd best player tonight in terms of overall performance. Obviously, not in terms of pure pace, but he was, to me, 2nd place very clearly. And unfortunately, he gets shared 2nd at the end because it just didn't end up happening for him.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I guess maybe if anyone has the right to feel disappointed in the final map, it would be Racerlight. He was in 3rd place before the final map, and he ended up finishing behind Lucky, behind Spider, behind Devil, who was behind him as well. So that's 3 positions in the span of a map, and that
is rough.
That's gonna sting really badly.
Yeah.
And the first map is also gonna sting because he basically started with a 30-point deficit, and then he almost finished 3rd anyway. So Racerlight, not to be discounted, but he can't quite have a performance like today's if he wants to be top in Team 1, so top in Div 1. So
That is very interesting. Yeah, it will
And
be interesting to see how it progresses.
another interesting thing is actually, depending on who moves up into Div 1 next week, we saw some.
Yeah.
I think the top of Div 1 is clearly pace-wise in a division of their own, but if you look at the average round paces, they weren't actually that much better than maybe Div 2. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be worth watching both divisions in the following weeks, and maybe if we can schedule the matches to not be at the same time, spectating both Div 2 and Div 1
That would be great.
would be a pretty good idea.
That would be perfect. Admins, you listening? Or anyone? Try to not schedule it at the same time. It would be nice if we could have stayed in Div 2 as well, but yeah, today we had to swap around. So, no, that would be great, because indeed, like you say, in terms of speed, the gap is huge, but it is all about consistency, guys. We saw it today with Steaky performing very well on the consistency part, giving him shared second place with Spider. So, yeah, it will be interesting indeed. Very interesting scores.
That was I think just now the interesting part is that now we're gonna get the final rankings. So all the divisions have now been played out, and now the divisions will be reseeded. So now we're waiting for the admins to go look at everyone's performance, depending on their team result, on their solo result.
Yeah.
And we're going to get reseeded divisions for next week. And I'd like to ask you actually, who do you think are going to be the eight players in Div 1 next week? Because today it was 10, but it's going to be only 8 next week. This was special. Or the 8 players.
Alright, so it will indeed be 8. And who were actually not... Because Focus was not in Div 1 actually, right? He was...
Focus was not a Div 1 player, yes.
Okay. So I think Bellman will be out. For sure.
Yeah, Bellman was dead last. There's, I think, no escaping that.
Yeah, so he will be gone. Then it will probably be Budala out as well.
Unfortunately, 9th place and
9th place and out.
He started off really well, but unfortunately at the end it just kind of petered out.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I think he kind of undersold his skills with only 192 points. So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so then you have 8, but then you still have maybe people who can promote into Div 1.
Exactly.
At the cost of another player. And that will be interesting to see. I don't know. That will be something to witness. I don't know. Do you have any idea?
I mean, honestly, we're obviously keeping Dopa, Devil, Spider.
Yes.
Racer probably keeps his position, although I don't think he can afford another week like this.
Okay, so Dopa, Racer, Spider, Steak.
Steak stays. That was a really good performance from him. I said at the beginning of the stream that I wanted to see Steak in action again, and I wanted to see a great performance out of him because he is actually an insanely good player, and I think he showed that. He only got, pipped to share second at the very end with a bit of unluck, but he was, straight up the most consistent player. Feels like he was the one that actually looked up how the scoring worked and tried to maximize his chances, even when his pace wasn't perhaps the best.
Yeah, that's very true. So that is really interesting. But then the 2 players that could be, or the 1 player actually, would be Mew then, right? That could be kicked out of Div 1.
Yeah, Mew was only slightly ahead of Budala and Bellman.
Yeah.
Not sure how it works because I'm not sure how many people are actually going to promote or demote, so that's kind of interesting.
That's true.
I think, so Jonas reminds us now, it's not just the Division 1 result, but your qualifying result is what also gives you an initial seeding of points. So apparently Mew has a safety margin, so he's not going to be out based on today's performance. But I also think that Mew finishing 8th or 7th, if you count shared second in Division 1, is, I think a player of his caliber should really be aiming for better. And I think 192 points, being quite far behind even players like Focus and Lucky Shot, especially Spider and Devil, Racerlight, that's not really not really something he'd love to.
All right. Yeah, that's true. So Focus says I think only one promotes and vice versa. So that will be. If we look to the quali scores, do we have someone in Div 1 today that was very bad in quali? Do we have those points?
So Giocondo says that there is a draw between the last Division 1 player and first Division 2 player. As far as I know, the rules say that in that case, the Division 1 player stays. I'm not sure I think that's the best idea, frankly, but I kind of get it. I kind of get it, but at the same time, changing divisions is, I think it's more fun to watch. That being said, the rules are the rules, so it's going to be, I think, Lucky Shot then. Who was last anyway? Wait a minute. So the last... Yeah, but I don't know the quali performance, so I don't know who is actually seriously last.
Yeah. No, quali I don't know either, so... Now Focus is last. Okay.
Wait, what? How was he last if he was not in Division... What? Oh, last in quali. Oh.
Dopamine, Blue, Stico, Budala, Spider, Bellman, Racerlight, Lucky Shot. Top 8 quali. Ah, okay.
I really wonder how this is going to work. I hope we get like the results published as soon as possible. 3 players in Division 2 are only 1 point behind the last Division 1 player. So next week...
Wow, alright, next week...
Next week we're playing for everything. But this week I don't actually think there's going to be all that many changes despite this sort of... We basically saw 3 divisions within Division 1 itself. And unfortunately this week it doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah.
Next week we're playing trained maps as far as I understand. So... that sort of surprised factor going to be dropping off. So Bellman to Division 2 and Focus stays Division 2.
Okay.
But he's close to promoting, so...
Okay.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
I'm not sure. I really can't wait to see the final table. Maybe if we're going to be on stream when they publish it, we can maybe go over it. And if not, well, I guess we're just going to have to go see for ourselves.
Yeah, we have to see.
We have been live for a solid 3 hours. I'm going to redeem my own hydrate because I am just...
Nice.
I'm just done. Watch this.
Yeah. There we go. Very good. Yeah, so we'll be hoping that the tables will be released soon.
Please donate to Pizzavik immediately. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. This is a public service announcement. Donate to Pizzavik now.
Yeah, we can get it. We are already on 27k, guys. There we go. Xram. I saw a lot of people already pouring in some money before.
Because we are going to need to do this every stream if we wanna. We wanna hit this one on time. So please. Make sure we get Pizzavik at the end for the closing event. Thank you.
There we go. Very, very good. Nice reminder of Deft there. Also, quick shout out, by the way, to people who followed the stream while we were intensely casting. So, Pato and hey, Shimmy, my man Shimmy followed the stream. Malgrad and Mr. Sweeto. Thank you for the follow, guys. Let me donate 50k. Nah, devil. That is not how it works. Just everyone for the Pizzavik. Look at that, guys. 33k already. Holy moly. And you were with a lot of people here tonight. That is good. Very good.
The viewership was amazing. And honestly, the event is just fun to watch because...
Yeah, I think so.
What sometimes happens in SNC and PTC is, matches are decided until the very end. But when you have this kind of solo competition with 8 players on the server at once, the maths behind... solo ranking actually do make it interesting until the very end.
Yeah.
The unfortunate part is that we still can't predict who ends up in which division because the qualification points are... Qualification points are going to come up. Am I going to cry if I rewatch stream? Asks Devil. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Did you not?
Mainly,
I don't know.
Mainly because we cast our curse to only about 7 times, and the other 8 we were just like, what's going on, man?
But what is always going on with the caster curse? I cannot understand how that works, man.
Yes, it was It was PME sabotage, actually. I was favorizing Spider and Mew by caster cursing Devil. You heard it here first.
Oh man, that is insane how that works. So sick.
It helped me out. It helped me out so much that Mew still finished 8th.
Yeah.
Didn't really work out, eh?
Oh. Map 2
I
we were
think
like, dude. Yeah.
I think someone has to go into the VOD and clip the bit where Devil was on the fastest 119 on the flat map, and then he flew out literally at the finish. I think that one needs to be clipped immediately.
I think that one will break some hearts across the community, because that was the pace that you guys had, by the way, Dopa and Devil, on that flat map. Like you had some rounds battling each other. That was absolutely insane to watch.
I mean,
it was so sick.
Just everybody, and I mean everybody, the viewers, the casters, Dopamine, we just lost our collective minds.
It was
one of the best
not
moments.
great. Yeah.
We were just completely out of it, like until the end of the following round, and then and then Dopamine sets the fastest.
Oh my god. Oh.
I mean, come on, man.
Oh man.
Straight up, those 2 to 3 minutes, first the Devil crash, and then Dopamine's next round, that should be made into a video. It's
yes.
It's just so ugly.
We can get a Twitch clip. We can get to the channel again, with the Dopa.
That needs to be a highlight. That's one of the most hilarious moments, I think, of BFNL I've seen thus far. And we've seen a lot of things tonight, and this is week 1. I think. How many weeks of this are there?
Yeah, I think we will be going for 5 weeks. I thought 6 weeks even. All right, guys, so 6 weeks of ultimate fun. I mean,
we straight up, if we have one moment like this every week, we're gonna have like a whole 20-minute epic montage. Straight up amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. That would be very good. End of October. Nice. That is really good. I'm looking forward to that, man. Every weekend, some stream. That is good. That is good. Alright, do we have some tables already? Do we have some calculations, some, I don't know what?
I don't see them yet, but I don't know. Maybe we can actually, maybe we can look at the BFNL site, actually. Maybe that's where they actually published it.
That is a really good idea. Can someone drop that link in the...
They are results in few minutes. I mean, we can stay for a few minutes, because this is going to be really interesting. It's going to set up the stage, I think, for like the entire next week of divisional play.
We will stay. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Thank you, Ranik. Then I can...
Yeah, that's the quality ranking.
Oh,
there are 5 divisions.
Wait.
And that's just the qualification ranking.
Okay.
We're gonna do it later.
All right.
I did this. Yeah, Division 2 was really chill to watch, actually, and straight up was it was a good level of play. At times, at the peak, were good. They weren't maybe up to the peak of Division 1, but I mean, who the hell is up to the peak of Dopamine just deciding to style on you, or Devil breaking out his insane times?
Yeah.
The level of play, on average, is actually genuinely good in Division 2, and I can't wait to see more.
I think it was good, and I think we saw a lot of crashes, of course, in Div 2, but we saw that as well in Div 1. I think that's also an aspect of untrained maps. So, I don't know. If you compare it to each other, it was good.
It'd be really interesting, because now that I remember that the quali points the quali points make a difference.
Yeah.
That creates some interesting situations, because players that did poorly today don't necessarily have to be the ones going out, because, well, quali saves them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone really paid attention to quali. I mean, very few people feels to me like they qualified super seriously.
Yeah.
That's gonna cause a bit of people are gonna move pretty slow. People who are trying to make it to Div 2 or Div 1, they started out pretty low. Take them a while to play a Division 1 match, and
yeah.
I guess, advice for anyone looking to get far in BFNL and get their matches streamed.
Yeah.
Qualify well.
Yeah, that's good. Devil got 0 quali points. Yeah. All right.
Wait, actually, yeah, Devil technically joined later.
Yeah.
Hey, what does that mean in practice? Okay, so he joined later. He surely you're not gonna make him climb all the way down from Division 5.
No.
I mean, come on.
That would be sick.
I think you can kind of put him. Oh yeah, so wait, so he set times, but they didn't put him in the table.
Wait, where is?
He's just not in the
here?
table, but he qualified. Yeah, so 99. Yeah. He's supposed to be second with 99 points.
Wow. All right.
So technically, everyone below him is one below.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. But the divisions were played without him in the table. That's interesting. Really interesting, actually.
Yeah, so he and Focus were put in for Div 1 here, right? Yeah.
Huh. Because Div 2 and Div 3 were played with the rosters shown in this table, so...
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, who cares? It's 3 hours and you're not going to deny Devil from a competition because he forgot.
Exactly.
It just needs to be... they should probably just correct the table at some point. There's no confusion later. So
yeah.
Yeah, so so Devil joined a bit late and some guy left, so it's literally no big deal.
All right. That's interesting. All right. Updates,
Just
guys.
we need it.
Waiting
for that updates.
Yeah.
I'm really curious. Div 1 and Div 2, I'm really curious what happens.
Yeah.
Because they said there's 3 people within 1 point of Division 1 promotion.
That would be sick. I hope they recalculated it.
Now I'm really interested. I'm really interested.
Yeah. Just easily waiting. That's fine, guys. Just do not go anywhere until the standings are here. Then we can check it out with everyone. That's good.
Now that I've tried a week of this event, even though I'm probably not going to play all 6 weeks, it was genuinely a good format. It's really fun. I feel like the only thing we can maybe do is, do a little bit more automatic Excel magic to figure out who goes where. But yes. Other than that, this is really fun. Really, really fun.
What is this? Oh, from Dopa, here it is. Don't know if you can open that. Yeah, we got it. It's here.
Okay, so it turns out that I did get it right.
Yeah, you got it.
For most players. Somehow I missed 4 points each for Spider and Stakey, but they're still the same. So, okay, I didn't miss anything. Nice.
All right. Good.
Not bad.
All right.
Not bad. So you can see here, so the team win. Basically, they got a boost like they were 1 position higher in reality. So, that's... Budala now outscores Mew because his team won.
That is insane.
Ouch.
Yeah, so we look at the league augmentation here, right? This is the important one for
so this is the final point scoring.
Yeah. All right.
So Focus ahead of Racer, right? Budala ahead of Mew.
That is insane.
Because of how that played out, actually.
Yeah.
Even though the points might not be very reflective of that, but yeah.
That is absolutely sick. So Dopa clearly in the lead here. Then Spider takes it with a team win, which is interesting as well.
I'm kind of, but wait a minute. So despite the fact that some of these players were not Div 1, they technically played Div 1, so they get Div 1 bonuses and a team bonus. Okay. I see the point, yeah. They had to compete against Div 1.
Yeah, yeah,
League
yeah, yeah.
augmentation is what matters, Dopa. So total points in a match, that's literally just, the basis, did you come first in the solo ranking, second, third?
Yeah.
And league augmentation is the actual result in the BFNL across the weeks.
Yeah. All right.
Points is literally a sum of the points that you scored on a map, so the ones that nobody ever keeps track of because they're unimportant in teams mode, except now, where they're really important.
All right. But that's an interesting standing.
And Spider Snipe also means that he actually secures outright second place
Yeah,
in
that is
BFNL.
good. That is
Actually, not in BFNL, but in the match, and qualifying is gonna change these things a little bit. But
yeah.
okay, so that was as you can see slightly top heavy this match.
Yeah.
But at least from second to sixth place, I think it was pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
It was really just consistency that decided it, and all of these players had good pace. Lucky kind of got redeemed at the end with his map. But other than that, I mean, even so, he would have, I think, been better than Focus regardless.
Yeah.
Good results for players that we considered perhaps outsiders in Division 1.
Exactly. And that is what I really like about this. That is very good. And that is why the next couple of weeks will be super interesting to see if these players that we thought, can they do it? If they can actually keep it up. Alright, X-Trime with another attachment. And this is second division. Let's see.
That's Deft 2.
That is Div 2.
Dolan winning pretty comfortably. Extra second. Yuki, I think, probably not going to feel very good about getting neither the team bonus nor the solo score.
Yeah.
Corbo with a great performance. He's a Div 3 player, actually.
Yeah,
he
that's
just
true.
performed super well.
That's good.
Very well done, and Miraco as well. Big shout out. Okay, so the final ranking is published. Open it, and let's see what happens.
Let's see. There we go, guys. So this is the ranking right now. Let me zoom in a little bit here.
Are we gonna maybe you can put it side to side with? Oh no, this is just the latest one. Okay, let's see what happens. Division 1 is literally the exact same lineup, just different seeds.
Yes. Okay.
Without Focus, wasn't Div 1 anyway.
Yeah.
And without, who else is missing here? Was not supposed to be here. Bellman, who got knocked down quite a bit.
Oh wow, he's here. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So in Div 2, I'm replacing Yuki. Interesting.
Hey, Div 2 Deft. Let's go.
I basically didn't qualify, ended up in Div 3, and okay, moving up in the world, not bad. Div 3, Corbo actually doesn't promote out of Div 3 despite having a really amazing match today. I think that if he plays this way again, Corbo will promote to Div 2 next time. It's no doubt. He played very well.
Yeah. All right.
Interestingly enough, Dev was the winner of Division 3, actually. Dev was the first in Division 3, but he only made it a couple of positions up, not even close to Div 2 promotion.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting, and unfortunately, I didn't even pay any attention to Div 4 and Div 5, so I'm not sure how much that changed.
Yeah, me neither. But
so
this is it for you guys.
Gigasan also demoted to Div 3. It's kind of to be expected. He didn't have the best day today. Who promoted instead? I think it is.
Promoted to Div 2. You and.
There are two demotions. Who promoted? No, it's just being rebalanced because we had this weird 10-person Division 1.
So I guess. True. Yeah. Because
I guess it's just being.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just being rebalanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see how this is supposed to go. Okay, so as it stands, I have a bit of an FKX bloodbath in Division 3 with Yuki and Gigasan demoting there. They should really be kind of the favorites for me, and Corbo as well after today's performance. You can also never discount Goku. I think it's Angle actually from former FRT, now Bros.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't discount him. His times were amazing in Div 3.
That is a good player, actually. Yes.
Div 2 is going to be an actual bloodbath.
That's sick. That's a
That is
nice
actually
division.
that's a sick Division 2 actually.
Yeah, that is really good.
Division 2. And Division 1, I mean, if what we saw today continues, Racerlight might be out of Division 1.
Yeah, I mean, but that is
That's
insane.
that's unthinkable, yeah.
Yeah, that is unthinkable. That, for example, Focus would replace Razorlight here in Div 1. That would be insane. Or whoever is here. That would be
Now to
sick,
be
but
fair,
it's too
now to
fair.
be fair, to be fair, he was really sold short by the last map. Because
Yeah.
if he didn't, drop the ball on the last map, he would have been, in third or fourth position and he would have been safe. But as it stands, Racerlight is actually at a non-zero risk of demoting to Div 2, which is what?
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. I'm very happy to see Stake in second place. I think that's just
Yeah,
that's
that is good.
that is well deserved. That is well deserved from both qualifying and today's performance.
Yeah.
He might be a little caught for pace, but to be fair, today was on train maps, right? Next week it's train, so
Yeah.
no idea what can happen here. I think that we should probably see some better results out of Racerlight next week because it's train maps.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be caught off guard, and he's always consistent.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's going to demote. If I had to guess, maybe Budala will demote if he has another performance like today.
And Lucky Shot has to care because his
Lucky
consistency
Shot-
today was in the beginning all right, but as you pointed out,
Now,
it was
to be fair, Lucky Shot ended fifth today, but that was a lot down to that last map comeback.
yeah, exactly.
It didn't really. It could have ended up worse for him. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Div 1 and Div 2 are just going to be a straight up bloodbath. I
Will
have
be
no
mad.
idea. The only person that is kind of, probably know what they're going to do is Dopamine, probably, again, having a very strong performance in Div 1 and keeping first place next week. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, 6 points is hard to make up in this
Yeah,
kind of format,
that
right?
is
He would have
insane.
to finish something like fifth to drop
Yeah.
first place. And that's, I mean, if that happens, we're going to have a lot more highlights than just 5 minutes of
I think
accidental
so.
casting curses.
Yeah, then we can write a book. Looking forward
Technically,
to that.
technically speaking, though, since now the teams are also rebalanced and the teams are drawn, I think, by some kind of preset arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, in Div 1, there is now one team which is stronger than the other by a lot. Because I think Lucky Shot and Budala end up on the same team. And then, yeah, I think it's kind of hard.
Ah, yeah, that's true because Razorlight is now last. How is the balancing of teams actually done?
Jonas, I don't know. I think it's fixed. Like maybe first, eighth, fifth, and sixth, and second, third. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
The point is that Jonas is saying that the team. Okay, so 1, 4, 5, and 8 versus 2, 3, 6, and 7. So that's Dopamine, Devil, Mew, and Razorlight against.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Good luck,
Yeah,
guys. Good luck.
That is gonna suck.
That is not great.
And in Div 2, it's Focus, Dolan, Bellman, myself versus Extreme Miracle, Luxionov. That's balanced.
That will be a very interesting drive.
That's mad. That's mad.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That is really good. But this Div 1, yeah, I don't know.
Div 1 just went down a weird way.
Yeah, that team is wrecked. Yeah, that team is actually wrecked.
Bro.
Oi, oi, oi.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we see some funny things happen next week. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll
so
see.
we have a position where 8th, 9th, and 10th place. So if Focus and Extreme do really well and Racerlight doesn't do well, we
Yeah.
could see some things happen.
Yeah.
I think Dala is really tanking his lucky stars that he got that +2 team bonus.
Yeah.
That's really the thing
That
propping
is
him up in Div
huge,
1 right now.
actually. For him, it's
That is huge.
saving the day here, yeah.
That's massive. Massive. And in Div 3, we had an interesting situation where it was a 3v4. So instead of two points for the winner, 0 for nothing, It's 1 point to each team. So I think that also kind of unfavorably affected Division 2 players that demoted.
Yeah.
Because technically speaking, we got an extra point, right? Actually, if that didn't happen, or if Yuki won, he'd have stayed in Div 2. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's a lucky promotion right there.
Yeah. That's true.
We'll see. I think we've got a great week ahead of us, and more importantly, maps will be trained. So
exactly,
we can expect to
guys.
see a really good level.
Get to your homework. That is really important now. So very nice, very interesting. All right, I'm already hyped for next weekend, man. I can't wait.
I think honestly, first 3 divisions, it's worth watching all 3 because now with Yuki, Giga-san, and Corbo and Goku and Dev, the guy that won Division 3 this week against me and everyone else, you have a lot of quality in the first 3 divisions. It would be really good if all 3 could be streamed.
That would be very nice.
I think that would, even point of view, that would just be amazing.
That would be amazing. Let's see if we can make that happen, guys. 3 streams, Div 1, 2, 3, that would be nice. Will you actually, because you drive Div 2 now?
I drive Division 2, so obviously I'm not going to be casting next week, but I'm not going to be playing
be...
BFNL, but I'm not going to be playing BFNLs for all 6 weeks, so I'll be back on the casting desk soon.
Ah, that's really good. That's really good. I'm still waiting for you to drive something very important and cast at the same time. That would be an outstanding performance.
I think I used to have POV streams with Mike for Primetime Cup matches and like...
That is sick.
19 or something like that.
Oof.
Thanks, Devil. Very nice. Very nice of you to say that.
We finally have Deft on cam. It's amazing. It works now. It's really good.
I'm gonna drink my handsome juice.
Ah, there he goes. Get Deft a standing desk. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind, honestly. It's really...
It's really
3
nice.
hours of casting does things to a man.
I actually have it, but I didn't use it yet. So that is bad. I'm just sitting. But that's okay. IKEA desk, yeah. Alright, but the stream has been going for 3.5 hours, guys. And it is, holy moly, 30 minutes past 11. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's enough for a night.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Wrap it up. Whew. Alright. Yeah, it was nice, guys. It was really good. BFNL has officially started. We are here with the streams, with the casts, you know it. And just like we said, the next week coming up is looking really juicy. So, can't wait to jump into it. Yeah, actually, thanks to everyone for being here. Thanks multiple times, a lot of times to Mr. Deft here on the cam, your streaming master. And it was very nice to have you here, man. It was very good.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you for
Nice.
joining. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll be happy to come back. Probably gonna play for a week or 2 more when I have time. And I don't know. You guys that I'm playing against in Div 2 next week, and we'll see.
Nice. All right.
After that, probably return to casting because I won't have any more time.
Haha.
See you guys.
All right. Goodbye, Deft. See you.